discuss. Listen, we got Aaron Rodgers to talk about. We're going to be talking about Connor McGovern as well, him being signed, the NFL draft. We're going to be discussing that today. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers, okay? Lines is hot. Be patient, everyone. Call in. Give me 1 second. We're going to connect the audio, and we're going to get to you. Hold on.
Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Long Beach Joe, and I am back at it again. I'm back at it again, man. And so are the New York Jets. We got a lot to discuss. We're going to get to everybody on the lines again. Everybody be patient. Quickly, we're going to get this out the way, the news, because I want to talk to the folks today. I want to talk to the people. As y'all know, I'm the man of the people. I stand for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get y'all thoughts on this. Of course, for those of you guys that don't know, Aaron Rodgers is now officially a New York Jets. The Jets have traded for him. It is done. It is in the books. We're going to be discussing that. The Jets have also re-signed Connor McGovern as well. We're going to get a little bit into the NFL draft. There's some talk to be had. You know what I'm saying? It's right around the corner. A lot of things have moved and shake. So listen, let me go ahead and get into the show. I'm the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. Let me know what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. Listen, your boy is also on iTunes. Go on over to iTunes, okay? Type in The Long Beach Joe Show on iTunes. Subscribe. Give me a 5-star rating. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you folks think about what I'm doing here. I appreciate everyone that does that, okay? I'm also on Twitter as well, at The Long Beach Joe, at The Long Beach Joe on Twitter, okay? Don't be shy. Follow your boy. I'll follow you right back. Let's go back and forth. Hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking. I love talking to folks about this football team. Some people just like to hit me up to talk about your life. I do that too. Some people say I give great advice, so go ahead and do that. And for those of you that don't know, I'm also live as well. We live stream the show on YouTube. Come on over to YouTube, type in Long Beach Joe Jets, Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know, all right? A lot of people don't know that, but they say, hey, Joe, we catch you, and you looking good, man. You looking clean. Your lineup is always crisp. You looking, you know what I'm saying? You're a handsome guy. I'm just saying. I'm not cocky. I just work with what I got. You know what I mean? So come on over, Long Beach Joe Jets. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Give the videos a thumbs up as well. So when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now, listen, it's time to get into it, okay? Look, Aaron Rodgers is now a New York Jet, people. It's official. It's official, man. He is now a New York Jet. The trade has been completed. The Green Bay Packers have traded Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. Keep in mind, the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, the 15th pick in the 2023 draft. That's coming up right around the corner, a couple days away. They also get the 2023 fifth-round pick from the Packers as well. The Packers get the 13th pick in the draft, 2023, right? So that's right around the corner. So we flip picks. They get 13. We get 15. We move down 2 spots. Solid. They also get a 2023 second-round pick, which is the 42nd pick in the draft. Cool. We got another second-round pick, right? We also gave them as well a 6th-round pick in this year's draft as well, pick 207. Solid move. We also gave them a conditional 2024 second-round pick. That could become a first if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the plays for the New York Jets, clearly a quarterback, right? I thought this was a really good move by Joe Douglas. I thought this was a good trade. There's a lot of Jets fans. Some Jets fans I've already spoken to talking about, hey, we gave up way too much. We got fleeced. No, we did not. No, we didn't. The New York Jets have been trying to find a solvent at quarterback for I don't know how long, for pretty much my entire fandom, right? Everyone knows I love Chad Pennington. After him, it's been a disaster. Okay, Chad had shoulder injuries. We moved on from him, and it's been some issues, right? We had Brett Favre. He was bright for a minute. Then he went down with an injury, and then the season collapsed. Then after that, it's been abysmal. Mark Sanchez didn't get it done. He's gone. Geno Smith couldn't get it done. He's gone. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick is trash, but guess what? He came here and set franchise records for the New York Jets. Statistically, that offense that was quarterbacked by Ryan Fitzpatrick is the greatest offense the New York Jets have had. Ryan Fitzpatrick was the quarterback, right? We dramatically overpaid him the next season. He was gone. Trash the next season. Awful. No playoffs, no nothing. Right? Bryce Petty, nothing. Christian Hackenberg, second round pick. We didn't get a darn thing out of him. Sam Darnold. Look at all the capital we gave up to move up to grab Sam Darnold. We didn't even know Sam was going to be there. We were shocked. We were able to grab him. What did we do? Nothing with him. He's gone too. Zach Wilson, to this point, I do these live shows constantly, right? You guys call in on a weekly basis. Y'all don't even want to trade Zach Wilson. You want to cut him. To this point, and I'm not ready to close the door on him, and salutes to all the savages in the chat. I see you. Val Outlaw, Mayberry, Shogun, salutes to y'all. Everybody that's in there, I see you. To this point, y'all want to get rid of Zach Wilson. Understandable. He hasn't shown himself to be the guy either, right? I'm not ready to close the door on him, but he's not the guy. Not yet. The New York Jets have finally solved their issue at quarterback. Finally. We've been trying, we've been swinging, scratching, and surviving for years, trying to figure out. This is one of the biggest issues on the New York Jets historically, right? But definitely one of the biggest reasons why we haven't made the playoffs in 10 plus years. We don't have a quarterback in an offensively driven league. We haven't had it. Well, now we got the guy. Everybody talking about, well, Aaron Rodgers, he had a down year last year. It was a bad year. 3,695 yards. Do you know that he would be the single season passing leader historically for the New York Jets if he had that down year here last year? If Aaron Rodgers had threw for 3,600 yards with the New York Jets, that would absolutely shatter any offensive franchise records we've ever had here. He would come into the building in a down year. He would come into the building the best quarterback the New York Jets had ever had historically, statistically, ever in a down year. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We finally have a quarterback. Finally. I don't want to hear about giving up a second rounder and a possible, which should be a first rounder in case something crazy happens, but it should be a first rounder. But guess what? If Aaron Rodgers is who I think he is or who I know he is, if Aaron Rodgers is everything that every Jets fan is salivating about, then that first rounder is going to be hella low. Hella low. Very low. Almost a second rounder. Basically a second rounder. The New York Jets have a championship defense. The reason why we couldn't get it done this year is because we didn't have a stability at quarterback. Zach Wilson was garbage this year. Garbage. And Mike White was banged up down the stretch with injuries. If the New York Jets had solid quarterback, New York Jets had Aaron Rodgers this season, we'd easily have won 15 games easy. Would have been in the playoffs easily. We got a championship defense. I don't want to hear nothing about giving anything up. That's fine. And we still keep our first rounder, and we have a second rounder this year as well. We still got other picks too, for those of you that are confused, saying we gave up, our draft is over. We still got a fourth rounder, a fifth rounder, actually 2 fifth rounders, and a fourth rounder after our first and second rounder. This puts the New York Jets in great position to recoup picks as well by trading down. Anybody forget that that's part of the draft too? I had to go back and forth with a lot of Jets fans. You can trade down and recoup picks. We'll see what happens and what Joe Douglas does. But this was a great move, not just for the New York Jets on the field, but off the field as well. I just talked about this guy, Zach Wilson. Aaron Rodgers literally is that man's hero. If anybody is going to be able to help this young kid turn things around, right? If anybody's going to be able to help this young kid get it together, get his head on straight, and understand how to run a functional NFL offense, how to run Nathaniel Hackett's functional NFL offense. If anybody's going to get him into a mode to get his confidence back in line and get him going upstairs, because he has the physical gifts, he's got the arm, he's got the athletic ability. We see him running around all the time. It's upstairs that's the problem. If anybody's going to help him fix that, it's going to be his hero, his icon, Aaron Rodgers. This was a damn good move. This man walks in the building, and he's going to be respected off the bat. All of the guys we have screaming for him, all the young guys, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall, they all couldn't wait to get this guy on the football team. They were the guys vying for him all off season. He steps in the building as the Jets quarterback and is going to be extremely respected off the bat. Everything that we want to do, everywhere we want to go, everything we want to achieve, this man's already done that. He's already done it. MVPs, he got that. Super Bowls, he done did that too. Being a leader, being a top QB in this league, come on, dog. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers. What more do you want from him? I mean, what more do you want from him? Seriously. What more do you want?
What more do you want from me?
He's done it. He comes in this building with extreme respect. Mind you, there's guys around this league that are salivating to come here and play with him. Why do you think we got Alan Lazard, dog? You think he signed up for Zach Wilson to be his quarterback? No. He told you off the bat, I know A-Rod's going to be here. It's a new time. It's a new day for the New York Jets. New time and new day. We got our QB. It's said and done. The leaks, the bad reports, the Packers beat. Oh, my God. The Packers beat is terrible.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
They are awful. No disrespect. I mean, come on. Bad takes left and right. All the nonsense, it is done. Joe Douglas closed the deal, and we're in the building. The New York Jets have also re-signed Connor McGovern as well. A little bit of a shocker to me. I guess they thought that, or he thought that, things would materialize for him. Didn't happen. We did try to find Ben Jones, but, that ended up never really coming to fruition. So the New York Jets have re-signed Connor McGovern. We're going to be discussing that as well. We're also going to be talking about the draft a little bit too, because this has changed some draft plans as well with the signing of Connor McGovern and the New York Jets now at 15. We're going to have some discussion. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Again, when you call in, please be patient. We will get to everybody. Trust, okay? The lines are hot, and we are going to hear from everybody tonight. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639. Please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video as well across your social media with your friends and your family. If you like to hit the super chat, it's there. Anything that you want to give to the platform as well is greatly appreciated. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. Again, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell and share the video across your social media platform. So first, we're going to go to my guy, Val. Val, we're going to come to you. Atlanta, we're coming to you next. 973, we'll get to you as well. Other callers, hold on. I see y'all. We're getting to Val. We got to go to Val, though. We got to come to Val. Salutes to you, Val. I want to thank you for calling in. Now, before we get going, y'all all know Val, he's a savage. Savage! Val, salutes, man. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Val, Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. How are you feeling about this?
Oh, man. We got a quarterback, guys. Oh, man. Listen, the Adam Gase era. Now we getting a quarterback. Man, and we got Sauce Gardner. We hit a home run with the draft last year. Listen, the skies is starting to open up.
Mm-hmm.
We might be winning 11 games this year. We're not going to be losing 6 games in a row. We're not going to be having bad quarterback play. We can't blame the quarterback. Hopefully, guarantee he's healthy and stuff like that. We got to build that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, this is looking really good, man. This is definitely the news that we've been waiting for like 4 months now. That we've been talking about who has the leverage, this, that, and the third. Now that's all put to the side. man, I am happy that we finally got this done. Yes, I know some people are mad about the compositions that we got and stuff, but you gotta think about it. Like, okay.
Yeah, no, and that's where I wanted to go with you as well. Listen, I've been going back and forth with a lot of Jets fans, and there's quite a bit of Jets fans that feel like this was bad as far as compensation, that we got fleeced and we gave up too much. What are your thoughts on that, Val?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, you blacked out a little bit.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the compensation? I've talked to a lot of Jets fans that feel like we gave up too much. How do you feel about it?
I feel like it was decent. I feel like we got we didn't give up 2 first-round picks. That's good. That's a great thing. We swapped. They wasn't too far from behind us and stuff. So we went up a little bit from the back. With 15, we went from 13 to 15. That's fine. 65%. I heard if he plays, then that 2 is going to become a 1. That's fine. Listen, I just hope, it's not too much of a big deal to me because, I just feel like we're going to actually have quarterbacks play, and potentially he will play for 2 or 3 years, hopefully. Yeah. I will be concerned if he is on a 1-year rental and then we do have that money on the books until 2026. That's the only problem I have with this. But if he plays for 2 or 3 years, man, I'm happy. I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
You can get good quarterback play for 2 or 3 years. I mean, come on. We haven't had a franchise quarterback since 2000.
Seriously.
That is 23 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah. Listen.
Let's make the most of it.
Listen, I'm so excited. It's crazy. Now, my next question for you, Connor McGovern, we've re-signed him. How do you feel about that? Do you like the signing? And do you think that this stops the New York Jets from possibly taking a center in this upcoming draft?
Yeah, he has to be on his A game. He had an off season last year. We was thinking about moving on from him, but we finally got a center because that center position was very concerning and stuff like that. I feel like he's solid. He's not the best, but we just need somebody that's going to be there to be a really good player. And hopefully now he has an actual leader to tell him, because you're going to hear it from Aaron Rodgers if you're not doing a good job. So.
Yep.
So he's going to definitely let him know and stuff. And, now they can connect and, have some off seasons together. And hopefully that motivates the whole team all around. So now it's not just the defense that has to, carry the whole team and stuff. They're not going to be on the field 24/7. Now we actually going to have some balance. And that's what we want. Yeah. So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, and what's crazy about this, again, with Aaron Rodgers, us completing this trade, it completely changes how you defend the New York Jets. They can't defend us the same way anymore. That time's over. I don't think people really understand how much this changes the Jets offensively. Not only do we get solid quarterback play, right, which we haven't had. If we had this year, skies would have been the limit for us. This opens up the door for our running game to finally get back to being dominant. When the New York Jets are crushing people, it's when we're running all over you, getting physical, and destroying people up front. That's how we win games, right? And so when you add Aaron,
so many wins on the table,
bruh.
We have so many wins on the table. We should have won the Detroit game. We should have won the Jaguars game.
The
we
Patriots game.
Seahawks game. We should have won a lot of. The Patriots game.
Yes.
All they did was load up the box.
Yes.
That's all they had to do.
Yes.
Turn our quarterback into passing quarterback.
Yes.
And that's what defeated us.
Bruh, and I'm telling you, this opens that back up, because if you try to defend Aaron Rodgers the same way that you defend Zach Wilson, we are going to torch you. We're going to torch you.
Oh, yeah.
Breece Hall's coming back, right? He's going to be all right. There's talks that he might actually play week 1. They're saying he's ahead of schedule from all the rumors swirling surrounding him. They're saying he's ahead of schedule in his rehab, and everything's working well. He might be back, but even then, let me tell you something. Michael Carter, he's going to come back. He's going to have a solid year, and I'm telling you right now, I'm putting this on the table. Michael Carter in the passing game, you want to talk about a monster? He's about to become something else coming out that backfield. You got the offensive rookie of the year, Garrett Wilson, with Alan Lazard, McCole Hardman moving around. Bruh, let me tell you something. Val, bruh, don't get me fired up, bruh. Don't do it. Get me fired up. Don't get me fired up.
You making me want to skip over the summer and, go right to the season. I do want to have a summer, it was a little cold this winter. I really want to enjoy my summer, but man, it's making it so intriguing. I just want to get to summer, just get to. Oh man,
listen to me. So my final question.
Number 8.
My final question, because the lines is hot. We got to get. Listen. So when you look at this situation,
I know.
Yeah, when you look at this situation, we got the draft coming up. I want you to give me your first 2 picks from the draft. Who do you want to see the New York Jets pick up in that first and second round now that things are moving and shaking? We got Connor McGovern, Aaron Rodgers in the building. We know what the compensation is. Who do you predict will be the Jets who do you predict will be the Jets pick in the first round and in the second round?
I can't even lie to you, Joe. I don't even really watch college football like that.
Well, give me a position. Just give me a position. Give me a position that you'd like to see the Jets draft in the first round and the second round.
I would like an O-line in the first round, and I would like a wide receiver in the second round, for sure.
When you say O-line, what are you talking? Are you talking guard, tackle?
I would say a right tackle.
Okay.
A tackle.
Okay.
A tackle for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because, you got ABT. That man is a monster, so yeah for sure.
Okay.
And then the second round, definitely a wide receiver.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Or safety.
Perfect. Listen, Val. Listen, this was a great call from you. I got to slide off. The lines is hot. We got to get to everybody. I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Yes, sir. Everybody like to subscribe. We finally got a quarterback. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Salutes, Val. Again, thank Val for calling in. We're going to keep going to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. You know what I'm saying? We're taking our callers. Salutes to all the Savages. I go back and forth with y'all as well. Sean Bennett says it'll be a late first rounder. He also says the QB position has always plagued this team. Except for maybe 4 other QBs, this has been a problem. He's talking facts. Sean Bennett says that first round pick in 2024 is going to be like a pick number 30. Salutes to A-Fung as well. You know what I'm saying? Salutes to him. Salutes to everybody in the chat. Val, Outlaw, everybody going off. All the Savages. We're going to get back to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking our callers. Salutes to Larry Coleman. I see all of y'all. Next, we're going to go to Atlanta. We're going straight to Atlanta. Brick City, hold on a second. We're going to get to you other callers as well. I can't wait to hear from Brick City. But we're going directly to Atlanta. Listen, salutes, my friend. Before we let you go, because we already know what kind of takes you bring to the table. Atlanta, he's a savage. Savage! Damn. Listen, my friend. Aaron Rodgers is now a New York Jet. It is official. The New York Jets gave up, what they had to make sure he gets in the building. How are you feeling about this trade, and do you feel like the New York Jets got fleeced?
My man, Joe, thank you for letting me on as usual. Dude, I love the trade. Shout out to Joe Douglas, one of the great poker players of this era, where ultimately he had to figure out the sweet spot of, I don't want this to take too long and start to, work his way into training camp, but I also don't want to be too thirsty and reactionary and let them rob me early on. So he let the situation play out until he could say, okay, you know what? I'm okay with that compensation. For a number one quarterback, yes, I'm willing to make that deal. And he made the deal that needed to be done. And all of you people talking about he got fleeced, once again, I go back to my analogy. If tomorrow, Rihanna and my boy, the rapper, I can't even think of his name right now.
A$AP Rocky?
If they just have a falling out.
You talking about A$AP
Rocky. If her and A$AP fall out, and somehow you happen to end up in her phone, go on a date or two, and then one day she tells you, hey, I'm on my way to get my nails done. Now, if you tell me you're not going to send that cash app to pay for those nails to make sure she knows you trying to be that guy, if you're not willing to make that payment, then you just go ahead and do that. Stay on the sideline. The Jets are like, pay that. That's premium. You pay it.
Yeah.
Like A-Rod told the Green Bay fan base once at the point of time, relax.
Yeah.
It was worth it. That's what it costs, man. Yeah. It's the business you chose, and that's the cost of doing business.
It is. And that's why I said, look, I've gone back and forth with a lot of Jets fans, and I respect everybody. But when you look at what A-Rod brings to the table, what he can do here, and again, he's not, he's not A-Rod when he was 20, but he's still a great quarterback in this league. He's still phenomenal. He's still a guy that can get it done. He's still elite. He can absolutely go out there and handle business. I brought up all the things here, but I believe what he does for the Jets offense, just him being out there on the field, being the field general, is gigantic for us. And I want to get your thoughts on this. When you add him to this offense, can you please speak on, from your perspective, how much more deadly the Jets offense becomes?
Oh, yeah, easily. So Garrett Wilson becomes twice as effective because Aaron is from the school of feed your number one guy. Mm-hmm. Go back and look up how many 1-yard touchdowns he used to set Devontae up with just because that was his guy, so he's going to make sure he fed him. Garrett Wilson is going to make big plays. Big play, and this is the outlier. This is the thing. This is like finding $20 in your jeans when you're washing clothes. McCole Hardman is healthy out of the slot. Dude, there are going to be some big play. When A-Rod reads the blitz, gets it protected right, and calls a money shot deep, works a lot. Go look at the Green Bay receivers over the years as far as big plays. McCole Hardman is going to provide that. Yeah. And we haven't even gotten to his homeboy, big body, Alan Lazard, who is going to make all kinds of moving the chains catches, possession-type catches that's really going to matter. And like you brought up earlier, A-Rod has never been one not to throw the ball to the running back out of the backfield. So you're going to see a lot of catches for those guys. Yep. Not to mention the tight end. Man, dude, everybody's going to eat. And look, we're forgetting the financial aspect of this too, because this changes the franchise for the next 5 to 10 years financially. The amount of tickets that are going to be sold, the amount of viewers that are going to be around just because he's here. There's a lot of Green Bay fans who are going to, just like a la Tampa Brady, who had the split jerseys because they wanted to follow their guy for the rest of his career. They're going to follow. That's more money coming in. We might get a new practice facility by the time this dude's done, just because of how much money, more money Woody is going to make off of this team, which means more money invested in the team long term. This is win-win all the way around. Who gets the first exclusive? We're talking about New York City, big media. Who gets the first exclusive outside of your boy Pat when it comes to having a sit down with A-Rod? Because another thing here, and this is something we've been missing for a while, New York needs stars. As we're seeing right now, Jalen Brunson for the Knicks working his way into being a star. Being a star in New York is a totally different thing. Look at the Knicks playoff game. Can you imagine what the Jets playoff games are going to look like?
Talk about it.
Just imagine the commercials for the Jets in the play. Man, stop playing.
And listen, everybody remember how much we struggled to get primetime games, right, over these past however many years? Everybody remember that? Oh, man, the Jets we're never on Thursday. That time's over. That time's over. Let me tell you, we're going to get some primetime games with A-Rod here. That's a fact, though. Them Thursday nights, them Sunday nights, them Monday nights, they about to get pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see us out there. So, listen, you brought the flame and the fire right there. I'm telling you. And not only that, right? We talk about what he does. Now, again, like you said, and I spoke about this earlier, Michael Carter coming out the backfield is about to be deadly. Look at what he was able to do with Aaron Jones. Anybody remember him? That was a Green Bay running back that was coming out the backfield. It was a nightmare in the passing game for them. And A-Rod was just constantly dinking and dumping, finding him in his passing lanes, and he would go off. I'm telling you, weapon after weapon after weapon. This Jets football team has it. Now I want to get your thoughts on this, man. We just re-signed Connor McGovern today. Okay, I want to get your thoughts on the re-signing of Connor McGovern, and were you shocked that we didn't grab Ben Jones and ended up back, with Connor McGovern again?
No, not really, because I don't think Ben Jones is like this great player that dwarfs Connor. So I look at them as similar guys. So you go with the guy and you draft another center probably second day of the draft. You bring in a young guy just to, compete and also have depth behind him. But remember, Ben Jones was like a 3-star athlete at Georgia, worked his way into an NFL career. He's not like this colossus at center that just solves all of your problems. So, no, go with the guy and get some, security and depth behind him, and you're fine. I'm with it.
Okay. Look, I like Ben Jones. Again, he's a Pro Bowl guy. He has that connection with Keith Carter as well, who now is our offensive line coach. Connor McGovern, bringing him back was a bit of a shocker. But again, maybe with Nathaniel Hackett here, some of the things that we changed as well, Keith Carter again being brought in and being our offensive line coach, maybe things will improve, especially up front. Lakeland Tomlinson is also a guy that I'm hoping gets it together this upcoming year as well, because he was not very good last season. So when you look at this draft, right, quickly, my final question for you. You look at this draft, we know what the compensation is for A-Rod. That trade is done. That's now everything we need is said and done here. It's all finished up, wrapped up. The Jets pick at 15. Second round, they pick at 43. Give me two players you're looking for the Jets to grab in the first and second round. Who do you think that they should eye? Who is your prediction for who they walk away from this upcoming NFL draft with in the first and second
round? If everything goes as chalk, right, because we're assuming all of these quarterbacks are going to be involved in the top half of the draft, that means some of these other prospects slide, especially on the O-line. Mm-hmm. So if we could somehow get that tackle from Ohio State or a few guys below him with that first pick, I'm taking the tackle in the first round. In the second round, and I hate to say this because I'm an old school guy, I address the lines first. We're going to get another pass rusher. Because if we plan on playing until January, you can never have enough pass rushers. Let's get another one in the second round.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got 6 quarterbacks coming off the board. That means every other position prospect slides up a little bit just because there's more of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you speaking some take. I talked a little bit about that a little time ago about the idea of the Jets, grabbing a pass rusher. We'll see what happens, but that's something that they could add as well. Like you said, listen, pass rush in this league, if you want to chase the top guys, we're going after these top teams. Look, at this point, it runs through KC, and you need to make sure that you have somebody to chase Mahomes around, okay? Because if you don't get no pressure on that boy, it's going to be a long day. Okay, it's going to be a long day. And we saw the Bills do it. They added Von Miller. They tried to get everybody over there so that they know what time it is. So, yeah, adding an edge rusher would not hurt here with the New York Jets. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, man. The line's is hot. I got to slide off. You have yourself a good night, my friend.
Most part, Joe, can I say one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
And when you got a quarterback who's used to playing outside in the elements, become that father, he's perfect. What's the problem?
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, we off the rails, man. This show's off the rails already. It's off the rails. Salutes again to him for calling in. I want to thank everybody. We're going to keep on going. Salutes to all the savages in the chat. Larry Coleman, salutes to you as well. He says, let's get into what you're thinking of this trade, Joe. I believe this has Woody's hands all over it, and we kind of got screwed. We got straight played, Joe. A-Rod was literally telling us to hold, and we still jumped the gun. Here's the deal, Larry, right? I've had discussions with a lot of Jets fans going back and forth. I don't think we got screwed at all. I don't. I think this was a good trade for us. Moving down 2 spots, not a big deal. We're at 15 now. We still have the ability to trade down even further to continue to gain capital. Right, and we can still get some offensive line help, which is what I'd like to see us target. But there's various other things that could happen as well. There's guys that could be sliding down the board, too. A lot of talk about Jalen Carter sliding down the board, which could put us in a really good situation for a team that wants to move up and grab him. So we're still there. We still got everything. This trade, right, this move puts us in a great position. It solves our quarterback issue. Larry, I'm telling you, we have been here for so long not being able to have a guy that can throw the football consistently and put us in great positions to just win or just hold the fort enough to keep us afloat. My goodness, how many games would we have won if A-Rod would have been our quarterback this year? How many games did we literally give away because our offense couldn't get it done? Anybody remember that Vikings game, right? We couldn't get it done in the red zone. Couldn't get it done. We were right there. Couldn't get it done, and the Vikings were one of the top teams in the league. Our defense, was on the field all game long. Time of possession offensively, we were near the bottom of the league in that. How many games did Zach Wilson blow? Patriots games that we should have won. We would have been in the playoffs this year if we had quality quarterback play that came from Aaron Rodgers. Giving up a second rounder in this year's draft and possibly which should be a first rounder, but a very low first rounder if Aaron Rodgers performs at just the down year level that he performed last year, I'll take that all day. All day long. We literally wasted a bunch of second rounders, just threw them in the trash, drafting Sam Darnold. Look at how high we took Zach, second over. He's done nothing. He ain't the guy, not yet. We've wasted capital on lesser QBs that we would pray would turn out to be Aaron Rodgers. So we had to give up some capital to finally get Aaron Rodgers. I'll take that all day, man. I'll take that all day long. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Salutes to the Savages. I'll come back to y'all. Believe me, I talked to my Savages in there. Larry Coleman salutes. Sean Bennett salutes. Val salutes. You know what I'm saying? A-Fung salutes to you as well. Salutes to everybody. So many names. And Omar, Mayberry, everybody. We're going to get to everybody. Trust. This is a monumental day here for the New York Jets and this franchise. Next, we're going to go to Brick City. Brick City, we're coming directly to you. I know he has some takes. Jason, other callers as well. Hold on. We're going to get to everybody. The lines is hot. Brick City, we're coming directly to you. Listen, Brick City salutes. For those of you that do not know, Brick City, savage. Savage! My guy, Brick City, man. Salutes, Brick City. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Listen, man, Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. How are you feeling about this, man?
Let's go, baby!
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's get
Super Bowl of bust, baby. Super Bowl of bust.
Talk that talk, Brick City. How are you feeling, man? Do you feel like we gave up too much compensation?
I want all the smoke.
Do you feel like we gave up too much compensation?
We slightly overpaid. Just slightly a little bit. But that's what happens when you go for a Hall of Fame quarterback. We didn't overpay. We gave up a first, gave up a second. Joe Douglas, he's going to work his magic in the draft where we going to trade down. He showed this for the last couple of years. He's going to trade down, probably starting in the second round, probably recoup some picks, build around them. Hey, if we win the Super Bowl, who cares about that first-round pick? It's a glorified second-round pick anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, I'm so excited, man.
I'm just happy we finally got him in the building. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we got Connor McGovern back.
Mm-hmm.
He's an average center, and I think our offensive line play as a whole, when we add a tackle, I think we'll add a right tackle, I believe, because I think Makai is going to slide back in his natural position. Lord willing that he's healthy, he's looking good. With Aaron Rodgers, man, his touchdown to interception ratio is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. If he had a bad year last year, it's still statistically it's still a top 5 quarterback. Yeah, I'm stuttering. I'm just super excited right now. Even with his bad year, he still was a top 5 quarterback. Mm-hmm. So if you add that through Jet history, he's the best quarterback we had since named it as a whole overall.
Yeah.
Jet fans, stop with the whining and crying, talking about the compensation. Listen, this is what happens when you win championships. The Rams did it 2 years ago. My homeboys, Buccaneers, they did it a few years ago. It is what it is. We want to either chip or bust, man. There's no more excuses. The defense is going to be all right. I see us adding some pieces. I think our offseason just started today. Technically, we added the speedster from Kansas City. Oh my God!
Yeah, Mecole Hardman.
Elijah Moore. If you would have stopped, when Elijah Moore, if you would have shut your mouth, you would have got the championship ring. Now you stuck in Believington somewhere.
Yeah. Listen,
get him up out of here. We don't need you.
I know you talking that talk right now, but for me, when I look at the impact that Aaron Rodgers could bring to this offense, right? I look at guys like Garrett Wilson. With Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. My goodness, man. Speak on that, man. Speak to me about how much more deadly.
1,800 yards.
Go ahead.
1,800 total yards. I can see him having 1,800 total yards. Yeah. His touchdown's going to double. Mm-hmm. I mean, he did it with 3 different quarterbacks and still was rookie of the year. Imagine with a competent offense, a competent offensive coordinator. We ain't even talking about the running game yet. We ain't even talking about what DJ Uzuma going to do. We ain't going to talk about what Tyler Conklin going to do yet. Mm-hmm.
we forget about those guys. What about Jeremy Rucker? This is year number 2. We haven't seen anything from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Denzel Mims get his his stuff together, whatever, he at least be wide receiver 4. Imagine that's Lazard, red zone threat.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Mims, red zone threat. Our tight ends, red zone threats. Brees Hall, if he's healthy, red zone threat. He won't be killing them.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be killing them. I don't want the media on the bandwagon. I don't want nobody on our bandwagon. Y'all, we was jokes for the last decade, going on in a decade and a half. Butt fumble this, Jets curse this. I don't want to hear none of that no more.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the Brett Favre situation. Brett Favre was hurt when he got here.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers has a broke thumb. He'll be all right. He can eat all the mushrooms and Percocets he wants. If he's at least 80% of what he used to be, man, with our defense. And we won the championship. The last time that man got a ring, he had a top 10 defense. Now he has a top 5. Maybe we can even go up to number 2 or number 1 because our defense is going to be well rested.
Yes.
I believe that we're going to get Quentin Williams situated at least by training camp.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen, and we're going to add some more pieces. So, I mean, I'm excited. I believe if Joe Douglas don't go for the tackle and he throw us a curveball, I can see the defensive tackle from Pittsburgh coming in.
Oh, Elijah Cansey.
And Q in the middle. Oh,
yeah.
I've been looking at him a lot too. I'm like,
yeah. Listen,
man,
and you brought up
pass rush.
You brought up a phenomenal take right there. The fact that our defense is going to be able to be well rested. I brought this up earlier. We were near the bottom of the league in offensive time of possession. Our defense was literally out there the entire game, right? And was still dominant. Can you imagine how great the defense would be if they actually were able to sit down and be able to recover? Imagine how great our pass rush would have, even better, right? Our pass rush would have been even better. Them guys would have basically been fresh. Imagine how much greater we would have been if our defense had confidence in our offense to go out there and score points. Anybody remember how different our defense was when Zach Wilson was playing versus when Mike White was playing, right? They knew, hey, we got a guy. Anybody remember that Jaguars game? How Zach Wilson was terrible and everything else looked terrible too? And then when the third round guy steps in, the fourth string quarterback, steps in and just comes out there and then everybody just kind of comes alive, it's because they knew, hey, we got a chance. We got a guy that's going to give us a chance. This guy here is not going to give us a chance. Aaron Rodgers is going to give you a chance every single damn day, man. Every damn day. Listen, Brick City, I know you talked a little bit about it, but I need to talk to you about your prediction for this upcoming draft. First, second round, again, we're sitting at 15 in the first round. We're sitting at 43 in the second. Give me your prediction for the 2 players you want to see the Jets draft, one with their first round pick, one with their second round pick. What are your predictions, man?
I'm going offensive tackle. I don't know which one. I don't care which one. We're going to solidify that at 15. Okay. If not, my plan B, like I said, will be a defensive tackle. Second round, I don't see us going receiver. I see that second round being traded down. I think we're going on the trade down. Okay. And either we're going to select a linebacker, a safety, or I think I want the center from Ohio State. Okay.
Listen, I respect it. Listen,
that's what I'm looking at.
I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you. All right? For those of y'all,
you going to be doing a draft, right?
I'm about to say we're gonna be doing a draft show. Your boy's gonna be here, so everything from now, everything I'm talking about is we're gonna be doing a live draft show. So we're gonna be doing that.
Definitely gonna hear from me. I got the day off Friday.
All right.
I got the day off Friday. So you definitely gonna hear from me Friday night. I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna be super toasted on the broccoli. It's a family show.
It is. It's a family show.
I'm gonna make sure I'm not too toasted off the broccoli.
I'm gonna
keep it.
Yeah, I get it. You gotta do your vegetables. You gotta make sure you eat your vegetables, but don't get too gone off those. Come on, definitely. Talk to your boy.
And I want to give a shout out.
Go ahead.
If it's cool, I just want to give a quick shout out to my brother. my brother Hakeem, all Jets fan all the way down in Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I also want to give shout out to the caller before me from Atlanta, man. He had some major good takes. Shout out to you, brother. And shout out to all the Jet fans across the world. Shout out to you, Joe. Thanks for having me on once again. And, of course, baby, go Jets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Super Bowl or bust.
That's what I'm talking
Let's
about,
Let's go to Arizona.
Salutes, Brick. I got to go. Thank you so much.
Smoking that Mahomes pack.
We're going to keep getting to these lines. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. Again, when you call in, please be patient. We'll get to everybody. The lines are hot. We got to talk. Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. Next, we're going to be going to my guy, Jason. Dwayne, other callers, will get to you right in a second. I can't wait to hear from you, Dwayne. Hold on. We're going to get to my guy, Jason, though. Listen, for those of you that do not know, Jason, he is a savage. Savage! You're damn savage, Jason. Salutes. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Jason, Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. He's a Jet officially, okay? What are your thoughts about the trade, and do you feel like the New York Jets got fleeced?
Oh, no, man, dude. First off, I want to say, dude, it's funny, great, just the feeling of knowing that we have our QB now. Mm-hmm. All these people saying, oh, no, it's not going to happen. Oh, no, you're going to just jet it up and it's going to fail. All of them can just stop talking, and now we can say that we can just have our QB, the stress is over, and now we can just look into this draft and just focus on just getting better and then getting ready for the season, because this season it's going to be special. It's going to be great. I can't wait for it. I'm fired up. Yes, go. I wish we could play today, but we can't.
So when you listen, I'm as fired up as you are, man. Now we got Aaron Rodgers in the building. If you had to look at one player on this offense and say, man, I cannot wait to see him out there with Aaron Rodgers, who would it be, man? Are you looking at Garrett Wilson and saying, man, I can't wait to see him? Are you Alan Lazard? I mean, what one guy are you like, man, Aaron Rodgers, him and Aaron Rodgers going to light the sky up? I cannot wait to see those guys out in the field together.
Actually, I'm going to go with somebody that's other than those two, even though Garrett Wilson would be awesome to see with Rodgers. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going with Coleman, dude. Dude, with his speed, with Rodgers' arm, dude, those two together are going to make some matchup havoc against these defense. Yeah. There will be these people will be focusing on 1-2, and they're not going to be focusing on Harmon. Mm-hmm. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. Just get to see him with his speed, dude. I'm super stoked. A lot of people are not high on him. I'm high on him, dude. We might see a huge different receiver this upcoming season with him.
Yeah, McCole Harmon is going to be something else. Like, he's going to be able to move around. He's going to be the Weapon X. I really like the addition of Alan Lazard as well, but, boy, Garrett Wilson, man. Garrett Wilson is going to be a nightmare. And I'm telling you, the running game for the New York Jets is going to be completely different than it was last season. You can't defend us the same. You stack the box, and we are going to destroy you. I'm talking about absolutely destroy you. I am so hyped about having Aaron Rodgers here. I'm just so hyped. I mean, Jason, do you remember the days when we just struggled? Our quarterbacks were just killing us, and we could not get it together. And now look at us, right? Mm-hmm. Things have changed, and we've got a Hall of Famer in the building. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, Jason? Coming from where we've came from, and now we have a legitimate guy here changing things. We have a guy in Joe Douglas that have changed the face of this franchise, changed the way we do things, so much so that now we have a Hall of Fame guy in the building, man. What are your thoughts on that one?
Dude, it's amazing, man, just to see how this team, man, just last year, man, been to the Seahawks game, just seeing how this defense was so amazing, how they were keeping us in games, and yet this offense just couldn't move a muscle. We knew we were better. We knew we should have been in the playoffs last year. Yeah. Let's call it what it is. We should have been. Any decent QB we had last year, we would have been in the playoffs. Yeah. But we didn't. Zach Wilson was bad, and now we have that QB. And not only that, dude, everyone should be watching out. I'm expecting us to go play. My huge prediction right now is for us to go deep in the playoffs and maybe even Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is, man. And I'll tell you what, not only does this change us as far as on the field, but just some of the things that I think that's going to come our way. My guy from Atlanta was talking about it. man, we're going to be getting some primetime games. All of the things that we got shut out with before, all of the lack of media coverage, it's going to completely change. Being a star here, bringing the type of star that Aaron Rodgers is here to New York is going to bring all eyes and all the attention. I mean, it's going to be there. Are you concerned about the pressure that the New York Jets are going to face next season, Jason? Do you feel like we'll be able to step up and rise to the occasion against all the pressure that we're going to feel? Because a lot of people are expecting big things now that Aaron Rodgers is here.
No. To be honest, our defense was top 3 last year. Mm-hmm. So all they got to do is just be a top 5, top 7, and they're set. They're set to go. And then our offense with Rodgers, I don't see our offense being bad. Mm-hmm. We got him as offensive coordinator that he's great. Every time he's been with this person, he's been the best of he could be. Mm-hmm. So I see this team. I don't see how we can go wrong. I don't see the pressure getting to them, dude. Yeah. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. This team should be we should be a Super Bowl contender right now, and with the talent we have, we should be. We could go out and beat any team. We could go out and beat the Chiefs, the Eagles, any team right now. Mm-hmm. We can beat. If we just play our cards right, we have to play our best football.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, even like you spoke about as well, last season, if we have Aaron Rodgers on the New York Jets last season, things are completely different here, right? The Jets would easily have been in the playoffs, and this is in a down year. If Aaron Rodgers had came in here and gave us 3,600 yards, bruh, come on. We'd be there. No doubt about it. Now, Jason, we also got Connor McGovern back in the building, right? I was a little shocked, because everybody knows I'm not the biggest fan of Connor McGovern, okay? But I tell you what, I thought the Jets were going to end up with Ben Jones. We didn't. He's back in the building. What are your thoughts about the Jets re-signing Connor McGovern, and do you think that this stops them from taking another center in the upcoming draft?
Well, first things I want to say is that I was shocked for McGovern. I was in the same boat with you. I thought we were going to get Ben him back in, sign him, mm-hmm. and draft a center. But this shows me that he's just getting he's getting a center at just in case situation. If the draft doesn't go well for us mm-hmm. in a center department, at least we have him. So I didn't want him back, but you know what? We have him, so it is what it is. And I know we're probably is drafting a center. I'm just hoping the draft doesn't go against us in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you look at the situation of the draft, right? We pick 15 now. We swapped the first round picks with the Green Bay Packers. We also still have our second round pick as well, right? So now we're picking at 43 in the second round. We gave up that 42 second rounder. What are you looking at this situation here? Who do you think we pick in the first round? Who do you think we pick in the second round? And do you think that there's an opportunity for the Jets to trade down and gain capital? Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, to be honest, there is, I think, depending on what's there for us at 15, if the tackles we want are gone by the time that's there is a possibility. I see us trading back and maybe drafting a center and then going to go tackle. But my prediction is I don't think that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I think we're just going to be at 15, we're going to get a tackle, and then at the second round we're going to go for a center, and then everything else would be that piece is there. And I'm actually hyped because of we got a 5th round back, so we moved from a 6th round to a 5th round. A lot of people don't talk about that in our trade as well. Mm-hmm. That's a huge thing. That's a huge upgrade. Now we do a piece that we thought that we may not get, we can now use with that 5th round pick. Mm-hmm. But who knows? We may want to move up, move down. We can use that 5th round pick as well.
Okay. So if we stay at 15 and in 43, who are the 2 guys you want to see drafted there, or the 2 positions that you like to see drafted? What are your predictions for that?
Tackle and center. Those 2 are to be honest, those 2 are the weakness. I know some people do want to see wide receiver, mm-hmm. But I don't think at this point, since we get back to 15, I don't think the guy the guy I'm trying to remember his name, is not going to be there at that. I think he's going to get picked. And so I think we're just going to, if we just finish building this O-line, we'll be the best team in this league. in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Jason, you're talking that talk. So, listen, I got to slide off. I want to thank you for calling in. It's phenomenal takes from you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right, my friend?
All right, my man. Let's go. Jet up.
That's what I'm talking
Move
about.
it up.
Let's go. Talk that Jets. Talk it. I'm ready to talk it. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We are taking all callers. All right? There's a lot of things moving and shaking out here, let me tell you. A lot of things happening. All right? We're going to keep getting to these lines. I'll come to the Savages in a second. The lines is hot. Next, I got to go to my guy, Dwayne. Dwayne, I'm coming directly to you. Bill, we're going to come to you in a second. Other callers as well. Hold on. Salutes to you, Dwayne. I want to thank you for calling in. For those of you that do not know, that boy, Dwayne, he's a savage. Savage. Dwayne is a damn savage. Salutes to you, man. Listen, Dwayne, Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. It's official. He's here. It's done. Give me your thoughts about the situation, and do you think that the New York Jets got fleeced in this trade?
Man, I mean, at first I was like, yo, they got fleeced, bro. I was like, what? You get a second round? You get a first round pick next year? What's going on here? But at the end, I mean, it's still up for debate, in my opinion. But when you kind of think about it, if you get Rodgers next year with the type of talent this team has, the next year's first round pick might be pretty, high, like in the 30s or 20s, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to the AFC Championship game or something like that. You know what I mean? So it may not be that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still that two things. There's will he play 2 years?
I think he does.
At least 2 years.
Yeah, I think he does.
A lot better.
I think he does. I think he does. Because one thing that, again, we're just sitting here right now talking, all right? I think he does because, one, I don't think Green Bay would have gotten that clause. And also, right, there's no clause that has been reported yet on the back end that gives the Jets something back if he does retire. There's nothing, right? They still give up the second rounder. If he plays 65% of the snaps, then Green Bay gets a first rounder. But there's nothing coming back to the Jets if he does retire from everything we saw from these initial reports of the thing. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to play at least 2 years here. Maybe 3, but at least 2 years I think we get Aaron Rodgers here, which I think is phenomenal for the type of capital that we gave up. And let me tell you why. Everything that we've done, Dwayne, you've been a Jet fan for a long time, just like me. I remember Mark Sanchez. I remember when we drafted him. I remember when we drafted Sam Darnold. I remember when we drafted Zach Wilson. These are all guys we drafted high. Geno Smith. All these guys. I remember the anticipation. I remember the hype. I remember the excitement. And I remember those guys not working out and being gone. I remember how bad our offenses was, how we couldn't put things together. I mean, those 2 AFC Championship years with Mark was phenomenal, but it wasn't necessarily because of him. It's because of the great running game and the defense we had surrounding him. He did just enough in the playoffs. He was solid, but we all knew there was still a question mark at quarterback. And then when all of that was gone, he couldn't get it done, right? Geno Smith didn't have the greatest years here, so on and so forth. Sam Darnold struggled. There's a lot of issues there. Zach Wilson has struggled, so forth, and so on and so forth. But we all hoped and prayed when we took those guys that they will become what Aaron Rodgers is right now. We all hoped and prayed. All of us. And now we gave up capital, a second rounder and a first rounder, which should be a first rounder. He should play 65% of the snaps. Now we gave up capital to get exactly what we need and what we've been fiending for, we've been wanting for, we've been praying for, which is a top 5 quarterback, a top 10 quarterback, top 5 quarterback, people in this league, an elite quarterback. That's what we give up the capital for. Yes, we know he's going to be retiring in maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, he'll be gone. But damn it, he's here now, and he's going to give us top quarterback play, what we've been fiending for years. for years. He's going to give us a taste of that with a championship defense, an offense filled with weapons, a lot of them young, ATV, Garrett Wilson, these guys that are craving, that are hot, Breece Hall. The window is open for us. That's why I don't have any issue with the deal and the capital that we gave up, because Aaron Rodgers is going to give us exactly what we've been hoping, praying for, and needing. Give me your thoughts, Dwayne.
Okay, so objectively, right? I'm going to speak objectively. The cards that are on the table, that were on the table before this trade, Joe Douglas got fleeced. Still debatable.
How?
But just objectively, you're talking about a quarterback that is talking about retirement, right? 90% is going to retire, right? Subjectively, you could say, well, potentially he's going to come back tomorrow. I mean, next year. I said tomorrow. Next year, next season, right? But objectively, you have a quarterback that's talking about retirement, so that's what it seems like he's leaning towards. You have an option where you just have to play 65% of the games. I would have raised that to 80.
Okay.
And then you have no protection for if he retires the year after. So just objectively, you traded back. You gave up the better second-round pick. You know what I'm saying? And then you got that first-round pick next year. Based on the cards that are on the table, Joe Douglas got fleeced. Now, based on – and then you talk about he had a step back here. Now, subjectively, based on potential, it was worth it, of course. You're talking about a team that is ready right now, basically, right? That's what we were looking for.
But
so, if you were to look at a GM's resume, right now it may be on the downside, but in the future, I think it pans out well.
Yeah,
I think Joe Douglas is gonna look good on his resume in the future.
Here's another thing with why I don't think the New York Jets got fleeced, right? And I hear what you're saying. Objectively, you're looking at it, but I look at it from the other side, because quarterback play is the most important. Quarterback is the most important position in all of football. We all know that, right? How many teams have given away boatloads for a quarterback that was just average, or quarterbacks that are in trouble? Look at how much the Browns gave away for Deshaun Watson, and there was questions if he would ever play on a football field ever again, right? Look at how hungry this league. Look at us. We've been starving. Look at how much capital we gave up to move up to possibly get Sam Darnold. And to keep it real, if you look at this, you read all that stuff, look at how much capital we gave up. We didn't even think we were getting Sam Darnold. According to reports and rumors, they were moving up to get Baker Mayfield. Look at how starved we've been. You giving up capital to get the level of quarterback play you're getting with Aaron Rodgers? I'll do that all day, every day. Moving down 2 spots to 15, which still allows us to continue to trade down. And we all know Joe Douglas works the draft board. We can still trade down and regain a lot of capital. We can get more capital. Building back capital is no issue whatsoever. And guess what? The first rounder next year, not a problem. Because if Aaron Rodgers is the Aaron Rodgers we all know and love, that first rounder is basically going to be a second rounder. It's going to be the bottom of the first round. You're going to be picking in the 30s. Good luck. Good luck. There's no reason why when we look at, and I'm being real, when we look at what the New York Jets have, a championship defense, if we had a quarterback, a real quarterback last season, would have easily have been in the playoffs and would have easily made a run in the playoffs. Easily. Defense was championship, and they were on the field all damn game. And we're still shutting people down and locking them down. This shores up that position for 2 years, and not only does it do that, not only does it give us a Hall of Famer, it allows his influence, right? It allows his influence to rub off on the guy that we're hoping at some point we get something out of, which is Zach Wilson. That's his hero. It allows us to truly try to unlock what Zach Wilson has in store. If Zach Wilson is not the guy, if he can't figure things out after Aaron Rodgers' hero is here and Hackett is here and they're all helping and we got all these weapons, we know for a fact he's done here. We know that for a fact. But with all the impact that he has in all these different areas, I have no issue giving up the capital. I'll give you the last word on that.
Okay, so again, 2 things. It looks better if they take on some of that contract. Right? We do got people to pay this year.
Yeah.
And Well, it looks better if they have something, in the books of that. Mm-hmm. And two, this is not exactly having to do with Joe Douglas. That team, the Jets players, if any of them listen to this, the onus is on you right now. That team, the onus is on you to play your butt off. You got Sauce Gardner talking about he wants to win MVP. You better play like it.
Yeah.
But this window is going to be short.
Yeah.
So I want to see Garrett continue to grow, and I think everybody already is on notice. Mm-hmm. I think not even notice from the owner or the GM. I think everybody's on notice for themselves. Like, yo, we just got Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that's what they want.
Room,
that's what they want, though.
Line room.
Dude, that's what they want. If you look at all these guys, look at all the young guys we had literally begging for Aaron Rodgers. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall literally made videos about, bruh, we need you, A-Rod. They burning cheese heads. They praying. They doing everything that they can do to get him into this building. Everything, right? We had how many guys on the team? Michael Carter tweeted about it. But Mekhi Becton himself tweeted about wanting A-Rod here. All the guys on this team wanted A-Rod, all of them, is because they understand, like you said as well, and this is why I talked about I don't have any issue giving up the capital, how small the window is in this league. How many times have we seen a team be on for a year or 2 years or 3 years where they have a chance and then after that it's dead? Look at us. 2-year AFC championship back-to-back. Oh, man, we look like we're going to really be something. Ain't made the playoffs 10 years since. 10 plus years. Ain't been in the playoffs, ain't even been close. Had Adam Gase in here. Mike McCagnon been a damn laughing stock. Looked like a circus. But we just was in the AFC championships 2 years in a row and did nothing after that. That window in the NFL, the window of opportunity is very small in the league. And when it's there and it's open, you better reach your damn hand through it and grab something up out of there while you can, or you're going to be gone with nothing. And that's where we're at. So just to move on quickly, Dwayne, Connor McGovern is now a New York Jet again. We re-signed him. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Man, listen, I'll be having weird takes, but, I'm so happy to see this guy back. I'm so happy to see this guy back. I don't know what, there's so much hate on this dude, man.
Dwayne, oh, God.
I get you can improve the center. I get it.
Okay.
You can improve center. Yeah, okay, cool. But the guy plays good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With that said, I just want to say this. I hate to say this about my second favorite AFC team, but we're not scared of the Bills, bro.
Okay.
Man for man,
No.
if you look at these rosters,
No.
I'm sorry, we match up.
Yeah.
Quarterback now, we match up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared. I'm sorry, Bills. Yeah, my second favorite team. I'm just saying.
How the hell are the Bills your second favorite team, Dwayne? They in our division.
Bro, they the only team that don't hate on us on the AFC East like that.
Come on, man.
They the only team in the AFC East that don't hate on us like that.
They do hate us on. They hate
Dolphins are. Listen.
All right.
The Dolphins are. I don't want to say certain words about the Dolphins, but their fan base is loads of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Patriots fan.
I cannot believe we got a closet Bills fan on. Listen, Dwayne, before I let you go, give me your thoughts. Jets pick in the first round at 15, second round at 43. Give me your prediction on who you think they take in the first and second round. Not for the Bills, Dwayne, for the Jets. All right.
This messed up my whole prediction about Rodgers Jones, because he might be going by 15. There's another offensive lineman, and it was in the draft that I forget his name. I think it's Anthony. It's another guy, but he's underrated at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
If next show or maybe I'll put it on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's underrated. I think we should take the reach, because the reason I say we can take the reach is because tackle is not absolutely uncovered. We already have two tackles in a sense. So there's some training that, some entry-level training we can do with the tackle we draft. In the second round, we got our man back, McGovern back. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need to push for a center that much in the second round. But so maybe free safety. I know it's kind of dry free safety-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go for that. I'll go for that free safety in the second round.
Wow. Okay. He said he's going free safety. Listen, Dwayne. I want to thank you for calling
Conor
in.
McGovern for life. Man.
Oh, yeah. I want to thank you for calling in. You have yourself a good one, Dwayne. He said, Conor McGovern for life. Goodness gracious. Salutes. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking our callers. Next, I'm going to my guy, Bill. Chris, Julio, other callers. Hold on a second. We are getting to everybody. Trust. Salutes to all the savages in the chat. Yeah, he literally said he was a closet Bills fan. I got to hit him again. And I like Dwayne a lot, but I can't stand for that, not on this show. Bill, we're coming directly to you. Salutes to you, Bill. Before we let Bill talk, because he's going to bring the fire. Listen, Bill, he's a savage. Savage! Bill, I got closet Bills fans calling in on a day where Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. What are your thoughts about the situation? What are your thoughts about the trade? And do you feel like the Jets got fleeced?
Joe, it's a great day, and you let guys like that call in. I don't know. I think I'm going to go in and volunteer my services to screen your calls because you can't have that kind of stuff on this kind of a day. Great day. It's a great day. We can't. Yeah, we gotta hit the flush button for that guy. I need a new button for the toilet flushing. Get rid of guys like that.
Let me hit him again.
It's a great day.
Let me hit him again.
Run him over again.
Go ahead, Bill. Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. We're not going to let that sidetrack. It's a great day. I hope you're having a good day. It's a great day. Finally got the deal done. Finally got the deal completed. Finally got to put this whole thing to rest and get down to business in terms of the draft capital. You know, and I know it's hard for some of your listeners, but there's such a thing called math. And when you look at the numbers on the trade chart, we basically gave up a high second rounder because you take the second rounder we had and then all that other garbage of swapping the first. And that adds up to about the 33rd and a half pick or 34th pick when we add it all up for this year. Next year, there's the second conditional 65% of the snaps. And everyone needs to look at that. Everyone freaks out when you look at it. What does that mean? If he doesn't play 65% of the snaps, what happens? It means that we were terrible. He got hurt. Or, I saw someone had an interesting idea on social media. Mm-hmm. Maybe that means that we're blowing out teams in the first half, and then we just rest them up in the second half. We get Zach comes into this and mop up duty in the second half, and we manage his pitch count. That's a way to do it also. Mm-hmm. You know, people just kind of take a look at this thing. They think that Joe and Woody are sitting around and running into each other like they don't think these things out. But they think these things out. They, you know, obviously it's their team. It's a great opportunity. It's a great deal. There's no fleecing here. I mean, what people are forgetting when this thing happened, they're talking about getting like multiple first-round picks, okay?
Yeah.
Where are the multiple first-round picks? They're not there. Yeah, right. That's what I was saying. Oh, they're going to get all this stuff. It's going to be like the Russell Wilson deal. There's nothing like that. They consider the swap of the first round as a first-round pick. Mm-hmm. The difference in points is 100 points. That's the 100th pick of the draft. That's a third-rounder. Mm-hmm. So they basically just gave a third-rounder, the number 100 pick, second-round pick, and we threw in what, there's some 207 also, something that nobody cares about, for Aaron Rodgers. Now, you do that deal every day, right?
Yeah, all day, every day.
And then, like you said, if he plays 65% of snaps, that means that we're in the playoffs. We'll take that also, and which is going to be a higher pick. Yeah. If we're in a situation where, you know, we're like, you know, 3-8 and it's looking terrible, then, you know, the experiment fails and you sit them and you figure it out. But you're not going to let them play 65% of snaps if we have no shot for the playoffs. So a lot of these fans lack insight. They hear the numbers and they freak out like we always do instead of just taking the moment, being satisfied. We actually have a quarterback who is the top quarterback in the league. Mm-hmm. Last year, you look at the numbers, and again, any listener, go back and take a look at the scores, points for versus points against. If per game, it's only 1.1 points per game, the difference. Mm-hmm. We technically lost every game by 1.1. That was the difference. Yeah. All we needed was 2 points. All we needed was, and we've all watched games. There's so many points left on the table. This is the difference maker. So this is a great day. We're not going to let closet Bills fans come in and ruin this for us. We're just going to look forward to the draft now that we know what the draft capital is, and then we can go to building this thing up the right way.
Yeah, look, and I love Dwayne. I can't wait to hear from him again. All right, but look, at the end of the day, right, I thought that this was a good move, a good trade. Again, with us keeping our first rounder,
absolutely,
moving down 2 spots.
Yep.
Not a big deal, right? And I think it still sets us up to be in a position to trade down and, like, still gain capital. And I think, again, what a lot of people are losing sight on, we're bringing in a Hall of Famer. You're bringing in a guy that still plays an elite level at quarterback here. And this is what we need. We've been trying. We've blown through more cap. We've blown through, quite a bit of capital just trying to find a guy like Aaron Rodgers, right? Look at all the capital we gave up to move up to get Sam Darnold, which actually we were targeting Baker Mayfield, according to rumors and reports at that time. I mean, whoa, it would have went bad either way, right? Then you look at what we just drafted Zach Wilson, and he ain't the guy. I take calls. I know you hear the show, Bill. Yeah. You got people calling in saying we should just cut him. I said, hey, well, maybe we should try to trade. No, just cut him. Cut him right now. Like, that's what I get. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, look at all that capital. And we would hope and pray that they would turn out to be Aaron Rodgers. And now we got the guy in the building. I have no issues giving up a second rounder and potentially a first rounder. Issues. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Now, we talk about.
Let me ask you.
Go
You're connected guy. Like, what people keep saying, well, it's a 1-year rental. Where did they get this idea it's a 1-year rental? Why did they? He's a single guy who's 39. Drew Brees played till he was 42.
Yeah.
Brady played till he was 44.
Yeah.
And these guys had families and obligations. A single guy still has a girlfriend. If I was 39, making millions, why would I want to stop? Where is this coming from that this was a 1-year rental?
They're saying that it's a 1-year rental because I think he went through a lot of the idea and thought process around what was going on there in Green Bay. Like, he was going to be done, like he talked about. He went into
Green Bay. Oh, because he was sick of Green Bay.
Yeah, but he went into there basically ready to retire, right? He talked about it at that retreat. Came out of the retreat, decided, hey, I'm not going to retire. I'm going to continue to play, right? He went through the modes and all that other stuff, came out, and he's ready to go. Everybody thinks it's a 1-year rental just because they think he's going to be gone. I personally believe he plays at least 2 years here. I think he plays at least 2 years.
Yeah. Joe, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Go ahead.
Could you get a poker game with all your listeners? Because these guys are chumps if they believe that. I remember, why did anyone believe that he was sincere? Talking about, like, I went into the darkness and I was 90% sure I was going to retire. Why did they think that was real? Like, he was using that against Green Day so he could get out of there. No. It's ridiculous. And so people actually believe he was really going to retire. A bunch of chumps. Okay.
Listen, that could be. But, he came out of there and he's ready to go. And I think he plays at least 2 years here. Truly. I think that's what happens.
Of course. I think he stays 4 more years on his 4 more years on his contract. I don't think he's going to play 4 years, but I'd say 3 more years. He wants that. This guy, I watched the draft when he was sitting in that room. This was the first time. I was a young married man. My wife was first time watching a draft. It was her first draft, and she'll never forget. She's like, why is that guy still sitting in the room by himself? What's going on? And the team, that every team that didn't pick him, he wants to show them they made a mistake. Now he gets a chance to take the Jets, the laughing stock of the league. He's going to take this team to the Super Bowl and win it and shove it down everyone's throats. And he's not going to do that in 1 year. If it takes 2-3 years, he's going to hang around. People don't understand the bigger picture. Aaron Rodgers has driven since that moment he was snubbed. He went from the first overall pick to 22nd. That humiliation, he's not just going to say, I'm going to take 1 year and then I'm going to be done with it. So that's why I'm excited. When you take a look at the drive that this guy has matched up with, look at the players around him. You got Sauce with that energy. He's got all these young guys who are hungry and want to win, and he's going to show them the way. These guys, they're going to play. Everyone's talking about Rodgers. Think about it, the defense is going to ratchet it up now that they have this guy. Think about Garrett Wilson. There's a chance to learn from this guy, and for the next 2-3 years, he's going to take advantage of that. And then we look at the draft depth that they can add now, because you look at all these guys that they've, the offensive line. Everyone's talking about offensive line. It looks like we have everybody intact. We have an offensive line. Yeah. So now it's just depth. There's no rush to bring an offensive tackle because no one they're going to bring in could start anyone. No one's going to start over the guys who are in place now who have been there. These are veterans. And Rodgers is not going to want to have a rookie left tackle. So at the end of the day, anybody we pick up is going to be depth on the offensive line in the first round. I'm not 100% convinced that they go that route. I think if you have a high-powered receiver there, we might go for that guy.
Wow. Okay. So before I let you go, because the lines is hot, before I let you go, 15-43, give me your predictions on who we take in this upcoming draft at 15-43.
Joe Douglas is an offensive line guy. He studied. He's not like most people just watch Kuiper and McShay and just say, there's like 4 tackles. There's a lot of tackles out there. There's a lot of depth. There's a guy from Utah, Braden Daniels, is out there. Yeah. That guy's a solid guy. There's a guy from BYU, Blake Freeman, who was there with our boy Wilson. He's a solid guy. He has some upside. he's got some knocks on him, but he's got room to grow. We are in a position where we have at least half a year for a guy to sit down and watch. So I'm not sold on offensive tackle. I think you can maybe get someone later on. I would say first round. If I think Quentin Johnston is falling, I would go for Quentin Johnston. I'd take a swing.
Wow.
I mean, it's a high risk, high reward. I think we're stable with everything else right now. We have our receivers are stable, running backs. We're getting Brees back. He's going to be stable. Line is stabilized. Where's there an immediate need? So swing for the fences early on. I would go for Johnston if he's there.
Wow.
And then the second 42 pick, I would think I would go probably for like a defensive tackle. Is that Matthew Smith guy from Michigan? He's pretty solid. I would maybe take a defensive lineman, and then later on, Joe can work his magic if he doesn't trade back, which I would expect him to trade back out of the first. But if we stay put, I would say I would go for Jigba if he's there. I would go Johnson if he's there.
Wow.
Those two guys are there, and then I might trade back. But I think he's just got more weapons at this point, because what are you going to do with another offensive lineman? He's just going to sit behind the guys we have now.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm being completely honest. If Paris Johnson, which we'll see what happens, or Soronsky, or even Broderick Jones is there, I'm taking a tackle. And I'm taking a tackle because Dwayne Brown is not going to be here for long, right? If he is, and even if he is, those guys can start over him. And I tell you what, I do not want to see Aaron Rodgers running for his life the same way I watched Zach Wilson run for his life, the same way I watched Mike White run for his life. I don't want to see that happen here.
Those guys are not starting over Dwayne Brown. Dwayne Brown was playing with a torn rotator cuff.
We'll see.
You look at all the linemen who are out there, guys who used to play. Those guys are like, this guys that these four haven't played. They're like, there's no way they would have played. These are ex-retired guys. And when you look at Dwayne Brown's statement about coming back, the guy's focused. So when you take that guy, if they beat him out, then they're Lions. But I can't imagine anybody's going to beat that guy out for this year. But to your point, we do need some guys from depth. No one's going to start over the tackles we have right now and bring in there. But if we have a guy like a Soronsky there, you want to bring him for depth. I like him. He's a solid guy. He can play every position. He was in high school drafted as a center. A lot of people don't realize that. They played left tackle. And obviously we play guard. So if we picked him up, that'd be a good piece, but he's not going to play this year. And I think right now we want to win right now. We need to get we need to get weapons.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Again, there's a lot of draft. We can probably take a wide receiver in the second round. Bill, I got to slide off other callers. I want to thank you for calling in.
Draft show, right?
Yeah. Say it again?
You're doing a draft show, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to do a draft show. We're again, if y'all didn't hear earlier, we will be doing a draft show. Got things shored up, so your boy's going to be off. We're going to be doing the draft. But I got to slide off, Bill. You have yourself a good night, all right, my friend?
Nice.
All
right, go Bills.
Salutes. Again, we're going to keep going on to the callers. Listen, I love Dwayne. He's one of my favorite callers, all right? I don't have favorites. I love everybody, but Dwayne, I keep it real. He is one of my favorite callers. I love talking to him. We're going to keep going to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639, 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. We're taking all callers. Next, I'm going to Chris. Chris, I'm coming directly to you. Julio, Mike, I see you. Colin, I'll come to you guys in a second. Other callers, please be on hold. Hold on a second. Salutes to you, Chris. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Chris, listen, Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. How are you feeling about this situation? Do you think the New York Jets got fleeced?
No, I don't think so. I think this is what we wanted it. We prepared our team, and hey, listen, we're going for it, and that's why we chose Aaron Rodgers as opposed to the other quarterback, Derek Carr. So this is what I thought that for me, I thought that was the trade compensation that was actually going to be there. So I thought that it was definitely in the range of what I thought. I thought always that we were going to give up a second round this year, and we were going to give up a first round next year. So it's for me anyway. I thought that it was what was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought it was a good move for us, and I think the impact that he has here with the New York Jets as well, especially on the field, is gigantic. Now, here's my next question for you, Chris. There's a lot of pressure, right, coming with this situation. We know Aaron Rodgers is in the building.
Yeah.
Everything's going to ratchet up. Are you concerned about the pressure that is building here, that is here now that Aaron Rodgers is here? Are you concerned about that pressure folding this Jets football team?
Not necessarily. I think you got a guy that can handle the big moments like Aaron Rodgers. I think he can take that into his thing. I think that leaning on a guy like that with experience and has, the praise of a fan base on his thing. I think he could take it. And honestly, I think that's what messed up Zach Wilson last year, because I think he felt the pressure. I don't think Aaron Rodgers feels that way. I think he's ice cold, man. And I think that it's going to work better for Zach to see a guy like that ice cold, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't feel any pressure under any circumstances.
No, listen, okay. I respect that take.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about us bringing back Connor McGovern, man?
Honestly, a lot of people had a bad grade on our offensive line, and I thought our offensive line was decent. I thought our offensive line, if it wasn't for hurt, if it wasn't for injuries, honestly, I still think I expect them to bring back the left tackle that they had last year.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Dwayne Brown?
I forget the name of the guy.
Are you talking about George Fant?
George Fant. I think he's still in the. They're going to go through this draft and they're going to see what George Fant. Because here's what you don't know, and this is what I wanted to call it and not say. The Jets feel confident about Dwayne Brown and Mekhi Becton. Because if they didn't, right, there's a left tackle out there right now, right, that wants to come to the Jets, that's from the area, that's a Pro Bowl, that's not a Hall of Famer, but he's from the area, and he won, you know what I'm saying? So they feel confident, and I'm telling you this for your show, they feel confident in Dwayne Brown and Mekhi Becton. For whatever you feel about Paris Johnson or whatever, they feel confident about those guys.
Yeah.
And I'm saying Donovan Smith, listen, Donovan Smith is a Jet fan. He wants to come to New York. He's a New York guy. You know what I'm saying? And, a lot of guys, the Jets feel confident between Dwayne Brown and this. So, I mean, for the offensive tackle position, everybody say, we need to draft an offensive tackle because these guys get injured. You can't plan your whole organization behind if somebody gets injured.
Yeah.
Because what if it's the running back? We can apply that same thing for Breece Hall.
Yeah,
because
but
he got injured.
Here's the deal,
but
though.
I understand what you're saying, but
I understand where you're coming from, Chris. You can't, plan injuries. But listen, Mekhi Becton's on the screen. There's a reason. I'm the biggest Mekhi Becton fan.
Right.
Everybody hates me for
I agree.
it. Right?
I agree.
Everybody, I get smashed every single show. People calling, Joe, get his ass off the screen.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, he ain't played in he hasn't played 2 years. We're keeping it real. I'm keeping it all the way real, and he looks like he's phenomenal shape. I think he's gonna kill people this season. He ain't played in 2 years, and
you're right.
And Dwayne Brown is like 30. He's almost 40. He's not going to be able to play for forever.
Right.
We need young blood at tackle.
Wait a minute. We seen a guy last year, and he's 42 years old. For the Philadelphia Eagles, basically smash everybody. So the older you get, find offensive tackles age like wine. It's not a position where you listen. Broderick Jones and the guys that you like.
No.
Okay, let's take Paris Johnson for example.
Yeah.
Paris Johnson was only a starter for 1 year in Ohio State. He was a guard, and then they put him over the tackle. He had a great year.
Yeah.
But we don't know what Paris Johnson is going to be in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he's going to be like against Bradley Chubb and these kind of pass rushers, and we don't know what he's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
so like I said, everybody looks at the draft.
Yeah, listen, you don't know what any of these guys are going to be.
It's a learning curve.
And I understand that. You don't know what any of these guys are going to be at this league. But at the end of the day, Swarovski, right? A lot of people think he can be a right tackle in this league. Paris Johnson.
A lot
of people think he's like the technician of the draft, right? Where his fundamentals are ridiculously refined. Paris Johnson, who everybody is looking at, including myself, as a guy that could be a plug and play left tackle. Anybody could bust out in this draft.
I don't think he's plug and play.
But honestly, a lot of people think he can be a plug and left tackle. But honestly, offensive line, statistically, if you look at the draft, it's like the surest bet that you could take, right? Those guys often pan. Here's the deal. I understand people talking about wanting to stray away from tackle. We watched quarterbacks run for their lives for years here. I watched Zach run for his life.
You're absolutely right.
I watched Mike White get crushed. I'm talking about sawed in half, destroy the rest of our season, run for his life. I don't want to see that with Aaron Rodgers. And I understand Dwayne Brown. I think if he comes back this year, it seems like he's going to be back this season. Okay, fine. That'd be great, right? Mekhi Becton, I can't wait to see whatever side he's going to end up on. If Dwayne's back, he's going to be at right tackle because Dwayne can only play left tackle. There is no way that we should not take a left tackle in this upcoming draft, right? Or offensive lineman in this upcoming draft when you look at the issues. That's my perspective. I know people on Jackson.
But wait a minute, Joe.
Give me your thoughts.
Why didn't they?
Go ahead.
But if they feel that way, let me just tell you, if they feel that way, why didn't they bring in Donovan Smith?
Why didn't they sign Donovan Smith?
No. Like Donovan Smith was willing to come to the Jets, but way under the thing. Why didn't they? If they felt what you saying about Mekhi Becton and Dwayne Brown, why didn't they bring in Donovan Smith?
Maybe they want young blood and they want guys they can draft that are going to come here, be cheap, and give them great extreme talent, like we have from Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. They want young, cheap guys. That's why. That's the lifeblood of that's how you build a football team. You have to have young, cheap, really good guys.
Aaron Rodgers,
and that's what he's going to bring here. So that's why I think they did that.
You think he wants Do you think Aaron Rodgers wants a guy that's young and that's a rookie protecting his blind side? Do you really think a better? Because Tom Brady one of the reasons Tom Brady chose Tampa Bay was because Donovan Smith was there and he's the All-Pro left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, that's the way I look at it. Yeah. If I'm the quarterback, you got a rookie protecting my blind side. He's just a rookie. We don't know who he is. He could be. Cedric Cabuya was rated one time. He could be a bust. I want somebody proven a left tackle.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Everything that you're talking about, right? What is the one thing? And this this is going to be my last thing before I get your draft question. Here's the deal. Everything that you're talking about, Mekhi Becton, the year that we're talking about with Mekhi Becton, why everybody thinks that he's going to come out and crush things is because Mekhi Becton's rookie year was dominant. He came out and stuffed Chubb. He was stuffing everybody. So who's to say that Paris Johnson can't come out and do the exact same thing? Right? Like Aaron Rodgers doesn't care. As long as the guys are getting it done, then it is what it is. I'll give you the last word on it. Go ahead.
But Joe, if these guys were that good, there's 3 teams ahead of the Jets that have no business to selecting nothing but offensive tackles. Last year, you could make your case with the guy from Carolina and the guy from
Brandon. I see you. We coming to you.
And the Giants. Uh-huh. So Arizona, Chicago, and Tennessee. Yeah. There's no way they should be ever thinking about offensive tackles. If these guys were like slam dunk, great guys with no flaws, they wouldn't last past the 10th pick like last year.
We'll see.
And you had to jump up to get what's the guy's name? I forget the guy's name from Carolina. You had to jump up to get him, and everybody wanted to draft him last year. Mm-hmm. So my draft question, then you got other callers. Mm-hmm. The draft question is, I think the Jets. I mean, what Dan was just saying. I think they're going to go Darnell Wright and Jack Campbell in the second round. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to go to center. I think they're going to just Jack Campbell in the second round. I think they're going to go. First round, they're going to go Darnell Wright, and then in the second round, they're going to go Jack Campbell. Okay. If I was the GM, if B. John slipped to the 15th pick, I'm taking him because I think he's better than Breece Hall. I think he's a generational talent.
Are you talking about that running back?
Aaron Rodgers like from the field.
Are you talking about that running back?
He's the best player in the draft.
Okay.
Yes, he is. And I would take him if he slipped down. Kalijah Kancey is good too. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
Either one of those guys, if it was me,
I hear you, but I can't see the Jets taking a running back. Not in this draft. Not in the first round.
No, I don't. I agree. I agree with that. I think it's Darnold Wright.
Yeah.
I think it's Darnold Wright.
Yeah. Listen, Chris, I want to thank you for calling in. You have yourself a good one. All right.
All right. Thanks, bro.
All right. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. Again, everybody, please be patient. The lines are hot. We're going to get to everybody. Mike, Julio, Colin, we're coming in you in a second. Brandon, we're coming directly to him. I know he's got some takes. Brandon, salutes. I want to thank you for calling in. For those of you that do not know Brandon, Savage. He's a damn savage. Brandon, we've been talking. It's heating up. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. Give me your thoughts quickly. How do you feel about this, and what are your thoughts about the trade? Did we get fleeced?
I think it was a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets needed a quarterback. They had no quarterback on their roster.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that Zach Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are friends. Aaron Rodgers, what is it, a 2-year contract?
Yeah, I think we're looking at pretty much he's going to play 2 years. That's what we're thinking. He's going to play 2, maybe 3 years at the most, but 2 years probably for sure.
Yeah, so I think it's good for Zach Wilson to sit for 2 years.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they didn't go for Lamar Jackson or one of these younger guys, because they want Zach Wilson as their guy.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I've talked about that as well. The impact that the impact that he could have on Zach could be tremendous, but I think the impact that he has on the Jets offense, I think, is big as well. Give me your insight on that. How do you think the Jets offense changes, or how do you think the defense will change when you have to defend the Jets offense with Aaron Rodgers at the helm of it?
Well, the defense, they were one of the top defenses last year. There can be another top defense this year, especially with Aaron Rodgers on the offensive helm. There's a lot of talent on the offense. With Breece Hall coming back from an injury, Michael Carter. You have him as a running back. You have Garrett Wilson. You have Lazard, who played Green Bay. Who used to play in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. So there's a lot of talent on the offense.
Yeah.
Spread the ball around. A lot of playmakers.
No, yeah. I mean, you talking that talk. You speaking facts. Now, my final question before I let you go. Lines are hot. Jets have 15 and 43, first and second round pick. Who are the guys that you predict for the Jets to pick in the first and second round?
So, I think another offensive line to protect Rodgers. I think that would be a good thing. You always want somebody in there young. That's what the Jets go for. They go for somebody young. Look at Mekhi Becton. He was in his first year.
Yeah.
He was dominant in his first year. So who knows? It might be another Mekhi Becton out there.
Yeah.
And if they can probably pick up another wide receiver.
Okay.
It's Aaron Rodgers, right? He can throw it at anybody. He can make anybody look good.
Yeah. No, you're speaking some facts. Listen, Brandon, I want to thank you for calling in. It's a phenomenal call from you. I got to slide off. You have yourself a good one, my friend. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. That's the number. Call in. Be patient when you call in. We'll get to everybody. Next, I'm going to go to my guy, Mike. Colin, Julio, hold on a second. We'll get to you guys in a second. For those of you that do not know, that man, Mike, he is a savage. Do you hear me? I'm talking straight savage. Savage. Mike, salutes. I've been battling all night, man. Aaron Rodgers is now a Jet. What are your thoughts about the trade? Do you feel like the Jets got fleeced? How are you feeling, man?
I feel pretty good about it. Scott Pioli was saying something today, this afternoon, that the trades have got to be somewhat, fair. And if they're not, you tend to lose trading partners. So I think it's fair. I think if the conditional second round pick will gladly pay a first round if they if they win a Super Bowl. So I don't think that's an issue. I will say that if I agree with you on Becton, he's looking awesome, but there's no guarantee that he's going to make it.
Yeah.
Based upon the last 2 years, so I don't think you could have enough offensive linemen. So my first priority would be an offensive lineman. You just don't never have enough of those guys. And if you have a couple of those guys, a couple of those horses in the stable that you don't end up using, well, good for you.
Yeah.
It's always good. It's always good to have depth specifically there. So you go from there. You go into the the second pick.
Oh, go ahead.
I would say anywhere in the defense. I would say the linebacker or safety, or if somebody's there of value, go with the defensive line. Here's the key thing that I think you alluded to, but I'd like to kind of cement it in a direction.
Yeah, go ahead.
You get Aaron Rodgers here. The defense is going to be better simply because the offense is going to hold on to the ball more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers plus the offensive line is going to make everybody better. That's going to make the defense better because they're not going to be on the field as long and they're not going to be as winded. But the other thing that I wanted to cement, you alluded to, was they're going to be able to attract other key people on the team, and not only for depth, but also for special teams. I know you know this, but 3 phases to the game, and they need to amp up on the special teams as well, just as importantly, not as the quarterback and the offensive line, obviously, but maybe a little more focus on that, than the defense. And then, I think that Rodgers, as well as the Jets, are going to be able to handle the pressure. The guy's been around the block a number of times. It almost reminds me of when Messier came in, for the Rangers. Big shoes to fill, but maybe he's the guy to do it. He's been there before. And I don't think, you guys got like, Garrett Morris and Sauce Gardner. These guys don't really seem like pressure really gets to them. So maybe a couple of guys on the team will, but some of the other guys around the team will be able to rally around them. So I don't think that's gonna come into play. The pressure is really going to get amped up for Saleh and his crew, right? Because game time decisions are really going to become highlighted. If he fumbles on any of those, and that goes south, the pressure is really going to be on him, because now you got to get not only in the playoffs, I think you got to get deep in the playoffs now.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents.
Listen, you spoke some facts there, Mike, especially when you spoke about the pressure being amped up for Saleh. And that's why I was asking everybody tonight, with all the expectations that's coming with Aaron Rodgers now officially being a New York Jet, all the attention that the New York Jets are going to get, all the primetime games, all the smoke we talking about we wanted for years. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. They're about to pay attention to us now. That's a fact. We're going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Like there's no way out of this now, right. Mike?
Right, and it's like for Saleh, be careful what you wish for, because now you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
talking
and
facts.
Of course, so and then one other thing, and then I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
Some of the residual benefits is I think Zach Wilson and any other backup is going to maybe not the guy they signed. I think he's from Green Bay originally, but Zach Wilson's going to get some benefits to see this is how a professional operates. Because let's face it, they fumbled him big time between, with Saleh being a rookie, the offensive coordinator, they fumbled on him big time.
Yeah.
So, is he ever going to come back or something? I don't know, but he had something at some time, so we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, if he can't get it together after, hopefully, again, I'm thinking 2 years of Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett working with him, then it's a said and done. But they've said through hell or high water. So we're about to figure out who Zach Wilson is and who he isn't soon enough. But Aaron Rodgers is here now. We're excited about that. And that's his hero. So if he's going to learn from anybody, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. Listen, Mike, this was a phenomenal call from you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
All right. Stay well.
You have a good one.
Thank you.
Mike called in with some fire. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. I see the Savages going off in the chat. Salutes to everybody, man. We're going to keep on going. Next, I'm going to go to my guy, Colin. Julio, other callers, hold on. We'll get to you in a second. We'll come to you next, Julio, after Colin. For those of you that do not know, that man, Colin, he is a savage. Savage. Listen, Colin is also a hater as well, okay? He'll let you know. He be hating, all right? But, Colin, I'm pretty sure you're not hating today, right? Aaron Rodgers is in the building. He is a New York Jet. Give me your thoughts about this trade now, finally being finalized. How are you feeling about it? What are your thoughts about the compensation?
Hey, good evening, Joe.
Salute.
Good evening to the Savages. Yep. So, I'm not gonna hate on anything other than people that think that we got screwed with this trade. I mean, seriously, we got the quarterback we wanted, right? So, stop crying over, second round pick that could become a first round pick. It is what it is. If it happens to be a first next year, be a first. But we got the guy we wanted. So, you know, let's all be happy and look forward and not, you know, worry about, you know, what we're giving up.
Yeah.
Look at what we have. That's how we have to look at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
so I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You're excited?
No, I was going to say I'm excited, Joe, and, you know, I'm not over concerned about, you know, who won the deal or who didn't win the deal. In my opinion, we won because we got the guy that we wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got him, and we got the guy that we've honestly been looking for years, right? We've wasted tons of capital trying to find an Aaron Rodgers-like guy, right? We thought we had it in Sam Darnold. We traded up a bunch of second-round picks. I'm sorry, I love Sam, but it just didn't work out here, right? I think it's more on the Jets side, right? Me personally, Adam Gase, you gave him nothing, but either way, he's not here anymore. Now you take Zach Wilson, second overall? Nothing so far, right? Everybody wants to get rid of him. That's a lot of capital. That's a lot of value that you've given up trying to find your Aaron Rodgers. And now we actually said, you know what? Screw all this. Okay, we didn't went through the left side, through the right side, we didn't spun around. Why don't we just turn around and grab the man himself and we get Aaron Rodgers in the building? I love this. I love the deal. I love the trade. I have no issues with it. We finally have a real quarterback since I don't know when. Now, my next question for you, Colin, pressure, man. I'm looking at the pressure and it's building, right? The New York Jets, the expectations are going to be through the roof. Are you concerned about this team folding with the pressure that's going to come with Aaron Rodgers now being a Jet and the expectations being ramped up high? We've already talked about it tonight. People are expecting Super Bowl or bust at this point. How are you feeling about it, man?
Well, I mean, listen, I don't think – I'm not going to think anything about any pressure. You know, you look at the team we have and you look at what the team did last year without a guy like Aaron Rodgers. So, you know, having Aaron Rodgers, having, you know, Hackett on the team as the OC, the only way that team can go is up. There's no way that team can do worse than they did last year. So I'm not concerned about that. Aaron Rodgers, you know, the guy's like four-time MVP, Super Bowl winner. He's going to find ways to win.
Yeah.
He didn't pick the Jets because he was coming to the Jets, you know, with the intention of winning less games than they won last year.
Yeah.
You know, he's a smart guy. He knows what's on the team, and he knows what he can do with the team as it is. So, I'm not concerned about that.
Okay.
Not at all. The other teams in the AFC, they need to be concerned. Not us.
I tell you what.
No.
There's going to be a lot of pressure, especially, again, there's a lot of rumors swirling about Hard Knocks as well. Possibly, you know, the Jets could be on Hard Knocks. There was a lot of talks about that. I know Justin Hardy came out and said, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. We need to stay focused. But we all know that Woody Johnson wants dollar after dollar after dollar. And if he want to get that money, the exposure from Hard Knocks, the exposure to having Aaron Rodgers, the primetime games, we all know Woody's about $1. Okay? Y'all see our stadium? Looks like a damn toaster. Get in there, buy the jerseys, buy the food, the overcharged food, and get out of here. He wants money. And this move could bring him quite a bit of money, and it also could bring the New York Jets truly into, you know, the sunshine. Absolutely put us in a star and have everybody looking at us. So the pressure is going to be there, especially again. And then on top of it, we playing in New York. There's already pressure with that. Now, Colin, I want to ask you this, man. Connor McGovern brought back. How are you feeling about it?
It's a good move. You don't want to have too many rookies on the team with Rodgers. You know, these guys been on the team. They know the system. You know, they might not be the greatest player, you know, out there, but you know, they're good players. You know, you get a bunch of good players on a team. They're gonna do better than a few superstars with a bunch of rookies.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a good move. In my opinion, you know, he played with the other guys last year, so you know, you're playing a game this season. these guys learn from last year, they'll do better. They're going to do better as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I hear you. So my final question. Yeah. So my final question before I let you go quickly, Jets pick at 15 and then in 43, first and second round. Give me your prediction for who you think they take in the first and second round. If you don't know the guys, just give me the positions you think they'll take in the first and second round.
Yeah, I haven't really studied draft picks like players. Yeah. I know there's a couple like names thrown out there, but based on what I think is going to happen is I think on 15, if they don't trade back, if they stay at 15, I think they're going to go the best available player, whether that's a defensive player or an offensive player. I don't think they're going to be locked into like, we have to get an offensive lineman.
Okay.
You know, if there's a next edge or a linebacker or someone out there that's really talented, that they feel like, it's a blue chip guy, I think that's who they're going to pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're just going to lock into the O-line.
Okay.
Because, with Becton coming back, Tucker coming back, let's keep our fingers crossed these guys all stay healthy.
Yeah.
If these guys are all healthy and you draft an O-line guy, chances are he's not even going to see the field.
Yeah.
So, but if you get a top safety or someone like that, and you beef up the defense even more and make us a top 3 defense, that can take us a long way this season. So, we'll find out Thursday, though.
Yeah, we will. Listen, Colin, I want to thank you for calling in. Got to call us. I got to slide off. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, man. You got some good takes.
Yeah, Joe.
All right, you have a good one.
Good night.
We're going to keep getting to these lines, man. They are hot. Look, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't be shocked if the New York Jets grab another pass rusher in this draft. I don't know where it'll be. I'm not saying first round. Again, I want the Jets to take an offensive lineman. I know other people don't, but I do. But I'm telling you, that fourth round pick, or if somebody falls to the second, I can see the Jets grabbing an edge rusher, but we'll see. Next, I'm going to go to Julio. Julio already knows what time it is. He's always got some good takes. For those of you that do not know, Julio, he's a savage. Savage! Damn. Julio, salutes.
Joe, I'm back.
Bruh.
I'm back. I was in the movie.
Man, we have been going through it tonight, Julio. I know you heard the show's off the rails. All right. Goodness gracious. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet now. How are you feeling about the deal? What are your thoughts about it? How hyped are you about this?
I'm feeling great about it. I told you the last time I was here, it was about this time that we was going to get him. And I'm feeling very high that we're going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
There was one, I was hearing the show, and not to get you off, and he said something about Tom Brady didn't have a rookie or a young player to go to the Super Bowl when he was in Tampa Bay. He's wrong. Patricia Wilk. Wasn't he the Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
I don't got to say no more. But
yeah,
I'm telling you, that was a great move. Joe Douglas is a genius.
Okay. Yeah, I like the move as well. I thought it was.
That the Packers won that draft.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. Again, I know people don't necessarily like the idea of drafting a young lineman, but I do. Now, I want to get you quickly. This is my final question for you, Julio, because we're getting short on time. You look at the situation, man, what do you think the Jets take in the first and second round? Give me your predictions. 305, I see you. We'll come to you next. What are your predictions?
Tell you right now. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Darnell Wright.
Okay.
Coming to the Jets.
Okay.
At pick 15.
Okay.
And check this out. You said edge rusher, right?
Uh-huh.
They're not going for an edge rusher. They're going for a linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Remember this linebacker?
Okay.
Drew Sanders.
I like that. I like that.
Going to go after this guy.
Okay. Listen, I like Drew Sanders. I like him a lot. I like Drew Sanders. I like Drew Sanders. I like that idea.
What talent? Remember, I told you.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Remember this guy?
Yeah.
Safety from Penn State.
Okay.
Jair Brown.
Okay.
Remember him? He's coming to the Jets.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say no more. You know what I'm talking about.
I already know what you're talking about. Listen,
Jets know
Julio,
what they're doing.
I want to thank you for calling in. It's a phenomenal call from you, man. Whoa. Julio bringing us some takes. We're going to get to these lines quickly. We're getting really short on time. We got a couple minutes left, but I'm going to let you guys come on. Hold on for a second, Rusty. We're getting to 305. We're coming directly to you. 305, giving your name, where you're from, and giving your thoughts about Aaron Rodgers being a New York Jet officially.
Hey, Joe. How you doing? This is Vinny from Fort Lauderdale.
What's going
Love
on?
your show. Long time listener. First time caller.
Thank you first off, thank you so much for listening to my show, Vinny. I appreciate you. We're getting short on time. Give me your thoughts about Aaron Rodgers being a New York Jet.
Understood. Loving it. I mean, how can you not love it, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
How can you not love it? We finally got a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm loving it. Just psyched, super psyched.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that the first round we pick up an offensive lineman.
Okay. Okay. What about the second round pick? Who do you think we take there? Who do you think we take in the second round?
Either a linebacker or a safety. Linebacker or safety.
Okay. Okay. Listen, Vinny, again, we're short
and
on time.
that's about it, Joe.
Listen,
I know you got other people on.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I want to hear from you next time, though, man. Next time I have a show, please call in, Vinny. I enjoyed you, man.
You got it, buddy.
All right. You have a good
work.
One.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Next, we're going to go to 631. I think this is my guy, Rusty. Salutes. For those of you that do not know Rust. Savage. Rusty, quickly, man, give me your thoughts. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. How are you feeling about it?
I'm happy and not at the same time. Love it that we got, the great number 8. Happy, thrilled that, he had the respect of Joe Willie but just the draft compensation. But, let's just take it, 1 year at a time and see where we go from there. It's just, I'm huge college football like yourself, and I just know what next year's draft is and the potential of this. I just hope we trade back and rack the first as many times as possible, hopefully, and just, like it never happened and just keep it smooth.
Yeah. So give me your first and second round predictions. Who do you think we take in the first and second round? If you don't have any players, just give me some position.
I think because we could actually, it would be a good thing but bad at the same time. We could be too bundled up at tackle. So I think if anything, we go defensive tackle.
Wow,
maybe we reach on Mozzie.
Okay.
Maybe Jalen comes up, even though he's, doesn't want to see any people that aren't past the 10th pick. And then second round might surprise us and get a tight end. I'm telling you, it might happen that way. Either that or a center.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
so I think center is a definite. Tight end and DT.
Okay, yeah, I mean, tight
Sorry,
end would
Jeff,
shock
my
me
bad.
a little
I was
bit.
trying to keep it quick for you, bud.
No, listen, I hear you. I hear you. Tight end would shock me a little bit, but because again, record. But we'll see what happens going forward. And again, Corey Davis still on this roster. A lot of people said he was going to be part of the trade, but he's still here. All right. Listen, Rusty, I got I gotta close up. I literally got like a few minutes left. I want to thank you for calling in, Rusty. Next time I have a show, and I will be live for the draft. All right. So I definitely want to hear from you on the next show.
Absolutely.
All right. You have a good one.
I'll
Rusty.
be joining you. Salute, Savages. Salute, fam.
Salutes. Listen, Corey Davis is still here. All right. We all thought he was gone, but he's back. He's back, baby. He ain't gone. Listen, I got to close up the show because I'm getting short on time. This is a 2-hour show for those of you that are new. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Hit that notification bell as well. Listen, I'm the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. All right. I'm also on Twitter as well, at The Long Beach Joe, at The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you right back. Let's go back and forth. And if you want to troll me, no issues. I am the troll that lives under the bridge, and I will have my Vera Tucker jersey on at all times. Elijah Vera Tucker is going to be a monster next season, man. You know, that's just what we do at USC. We produce quality players and quality offensive linemen. I'm just saying. He can play every single position on the line. you know, except for center. But come on, he can play center too, right? Let's be serious. All right. So I'll be trolling.
90
also,
seconds.
I'm on YouTube as well. Go on over to YouTube, type in Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the thumbs up as well. Share my content along your social media for your friends and your family. All right, get in touch with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Push me around. I like being introduced to new people and what I do over here. Also, put in the comments as well. You want to troll me, then we can go back and forth in those comments so we can troll each other. And as always, people, when you see me in person, it is arms out, chest
60
open.
seconds.
Free hugs for everyone. Free hugs for everyone. The hugs will cost you absolutely nothing. I want to thank you folks for taking the time out of your day to call in, to be in the chat, all the savages going off, interacting with your boy anyway. I will see y'all on draft night. We're going to have a great time. Salutes. Till the next time. Peace. 1 second, folks. Pow. Okay, I should be back. Listen, salutes to everybody, man. Salutes to everybody. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Huh. What a phenomenal show tonight. For those of you that are new, we do these shows year round. Again, I will be back we will be doing a live draft show here. Excuse me. We'll see if we're going to do a live radio show after the first round. I'm thinking we might, but let me check it out. I'll let you guys know for sure. But come back, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be having a lot of fun, shooting the breeze, talking about the draft as it goes on. We'll be watching draft live together. I think we'll go live directly after the Jets' first pick, or Jets' first round pick. We'll be talking about that. So definitely, come on in, tune on in, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Again, we do these shows year round. We do these radio shows year round. During the year, though, I do live reactions to games when my schedule allows. My schedule is crazy. Everybody that's been here knows that. So we watch the game together, and then directly after the game, we do a live radio show. And those shows are wild. Okay. They can get crazy. All right. So, please be around when that happens too. Also, keep in mind, again, this number right here does not change. Okay. Again, we do these radio shows year round. Generally, my shows start at 7 p.m. Eastern. So what a lot of people like to do, and I'm going to put this out there, a lot of veterans that's been here for a while, mainly guys like Val, all right, and other guys as well. What they do is they call in before 7 p.m. Eastern. They call in at like 6:50 or 6:55. That's when the lines for my show open. The phone lines open at like 6:50. So what they do is they call in. They wait for like 5 minutes. The show starts. I usually take like 10 minutes to talk about my takes. All right, because this show is about the people. This show is about Jets fans, all fans, excuse me, but mainly Jets fans. Y'all see we bleed green here, but we do have people that call in that are not Jets fans, that are Patriots fans, Falcons fans, all kind of fans, right? Packers fans, Raiders fans have called in here to talk about the team. And they wait on the lines until 7 p.m. Eastern. They listen to me talk for about 10 minutes about my takes. And that's why those guys get on super early, is because they call in earlier. So that's an old trick that people use to get on the show earlier. I'm just putting it out there. I put it out to every show. Okay. I know he's probably going to tell me to skip, not say that. Val is known. Listen, he don't hate on me. He hate on y'all. Okay. He hate on y'all. I don't have no problem with Val. But Val definitely don't. Yep, see, he's telling y'all, skip through that. Fast forward through the don't listen, because he's doing that every time. All right. So again, my show as well, I have a queue system. So when you call in, I can see you. I can literally physically see you. If you wait, believe me, my hold times are not long. I get to everybody quickly. All right. Again, y'all saw tonight we had quite a bit of callers, not to toot my own horn, but we go back and forth, and I want to hear it. I'm going to give you more than enough. I'm going to give you more than enough time to call in and state your case. All right. The only thing I do, well, there's two things I don't allow on this show, really. But one of them, all the time, is cursing. Do not call into my show cursing. I will get you out of here. This is a family show. Okay. I understand people call in again. You might be eating your vegetables. Maybe you're out and you've enjoyed some flowers. I understand. Maybe you've had, a couple of great drinks. I get it, right? And there's also times when this team will make you unbelievably frustrated. I understand that. Do not call into my show cursing crazy. I'm telling you, I'll get you out of here. I'll just hang up on you. We've had that happen. I do not want to do that because I want to hear from y'all. This is what this is about. This is what this is all about. I love connecting with football fans and talking about it. I want to hear your takes, even if I don't agree, right? And there's people that don't agree with my takes, but I want to hear from you, all right? So don't call into my show cursing. It's a family show. We have young kids that listen to the show, older people as well that listen to the show. I'm not standing for it, all right? So don't call into my show cursing like crazy. Also, when you call in, please, again, be aware. I respect everybody's time because there's a queue system. I don't care if you've been a Jets fan for 30 years or 3 minutes. Wherever you're at in the queue, that's where I'm going. I respect everybody's time. I've had people literally say to me, Joe, I've been a Jets fan for 40 years. When I call in, you better put me on before that other guy. I don't know him. I don't care. And I've had to tell people straight to their face, listen, I don't care how long you've been a Jets fan. If he called in or he or she called in before, or if that person called in before you, it is what it is. You're just going to have to wait. Again, my wait times are not long. Believe me. I time it. Okay. All right. And I'll let you get off what you like to get off. Right. Oh, the only other thing I don't allow either is don't be trying to yell over me. I don't like that. I'll cut that off immediately. I'm telling you, you won't get a chance. Let me state my case, and believe me, I'll give you more than enough time to state your case. Y'all get more talking time than I ever will on the show. And I make it like that because I want to hear from y'all. I want y'all takes to get heard. I want to hear from fellow Jets fans. It's a Long Beach Joe show, all right? There's enough of me, okay? They know me. I want to hear from y'all, okay? But just, when we're talking, let's have a civil discussion. Don't yell over me and try to go crazy. I'll get you up out of here. I'll just, stop you from doing that, So that's all that I ask. Don't curse and don't call in my show yelling like crazy, trying to yell over me. You can yell. It can get passionate. I don't have no problem with passionate. I don't have a problem with you being angry. I have no issues with that. We've had that. But don't try to yell over me and get wild. All right? So that's all. As y'all can see, Val, he's letting you know. Yeah, if you curse, I will get you out of here faster than we got gays out of here. That's for real. I don't like that. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun doing these shows. They are year-round. We will be doing a draft show as well. Again, I'm thinking we'll take live calls right after the Jets make their pick at 15. We'll take calls and we'll start talking about. So, be around. And again, when you call in, just be patient. We'll get to everybody. So yeah, we talked about that. I gave y'all that information. Oh, exclamation links. I should have put that. That's my link tree. Link tree has links to all of my social media platforms, all of that. Follow your boy across my social media. My reactions is up. Please go check those out as well. We have a lot of fun doing that. A lot of fools wilding on the internet. We got to check that. I'm exploring the internet with my friends, so please go to that reactions channel. Check that stuff out. Subscribe over there as well. Have a lot of fun doing that too. And we got more and more reactions coming on the daily. So please go check those out. Get a video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share those. We also game on this channel as well too. So in case you catch your boy gaming Street Fighter, I don't want to go on a rant for Street Fighter 6. I think I'm gonna do it. I feel it in my soul. I do not like Street Fighter 6 starting roster. I can't stand it. I don't know who I'm going to play. I thought Hugo was going to be in the starting roster. He isn't. The characters look good. The game looks good, but I just don't like the starting roster. And I feel like I'm going to end up playing a character that I feel is real, that I don't like. But I'm just playing it because they play how I would like to play. Or their skill set is what I like. But I don't know, man. I do like DJ, though. I like DJ a lot, and I'm glad that he's back. Man, I just wish that Hugo was in the game. I wish that Sodom was in the game. I wish that Birdie was in the game, but whatever. I play Street Fighter 5 as well. So, y'all see me doing that. Resident Evil, all kinds of stuff. So if you see your boy in here playing Madden, NBA 2K, check in. Again, I know I haven't gamed in a minute. My schedule is stupid. I really wish that I could play games with y'all, but we'll get back to that. Trust me. I know a lot of people be mad about that. Believe me, I hear y'all. Trust me. I hear y'all. So, yeah, please, check that out. If you see me gaming, please stay, and talk to your boy because I love going back and forth with people, while I'm gaming about life, different stuff. So we have fun doing that on this channel as well. Again, we do the live game reactions. We have fun with that. Radio shows after the games. And, yeah, we have a blast. So I should be seeing y'all draft night right here. And we'll be taking calls and doing it all, man. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a great draft. Aaron Rodgers is really a New York Jet. I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's a good time. It's a good time to be a Jets fan. So I'm going to get on out of here soon. Salutes Val. Good to see you in here. GVH, good to see you in here. All right. The truth be told, salutes. Sean Bennett, salutes. Salutes to everybody that joined, man. Larry Coleman. I think Larry Coleman, you had a question about, I think I just saw it. I was going back and forth about guys that could come here to chase rings. We'll see, man. There's some guys that could be there. Listen, Kareem Hunt, I think he's still out there. I think, right? Anybody let me know if he's not. I think Kareem Hunt's very interesting. If Brees can't make it, we'll see. Val says, who do you want in the first round? I forgot to give that to y'all. So in the first round, I would either like to see the New York Jets draft Paris Johnson or Skoronski. Broderick Jones would be there too, or would be a guy I'd like to. But now that we move to 15, I don't know. For some reason, I think we end up with Darnell Wright, and I'm not against that either. I think he'd be a solid guy to bring in here too at tackle. So either one of those guys. I like Paris Johnson the most, even though, again, Skoronski is phenomenal. For some reason, I feel like we end up with Darnell Wright, and I would like that move as well. Second round, I'm thinking – second round, I feel like we'll end up with – man, I wanted John Michael Smith, but I don't know. Now that we got Connor McGovern, I got a feeling that we're probably not going to take a center. But if we do, I want John Michael Smith in the second round. If we don't take him, there's a lot of talk about Jalen Hyatt being in the second round. I would like him. I like the Jets to take him or a backer, right? So I'm thinking Paris Johnson in the first. Paris Johnson, Skoronski, or Broderick Jones, or Darnell Wright in the first. Okay, Darnell Wright in the first because that's who I think is going to be there. And I'm thinking in the second round, we either take John Michael Smith, even though we got Connor McGovern. But if not, then I'm all about taking Drew Sanders in the second round. That's what I'm thinking. Drew Sanders or Jack Campbell if he's there. So I'm saying Darnell Wright and Drew Sanders. I'm going to stamp that. All right. So that's what I think it is. I like that. I like the idea of that. Again, salutes to Larry Coleman. Dino, always good to see you in here as well. Just everybody that got in here, man, and said what's up to your boy, man. I really appreciate y'all. Again, we go back and forth and have a lot of fun. How about them Jets? Salutes to you as well. Jordan Victor, salutes to you as well. GTA, always good to see you in here as well. Just everybody that came on in and talked to your boy, man. Love it. Johnny Parks, always good to see you. MF, salutes to you. MF Doom, I see you. Salutes. Venom G's, good to see you in here as well, man. Everybody just came on by. Rusty, salutes as well. Everybody that came on by said what's up to your boy. Interacted anyway with the show. A Fung, always good to see you in here. Omar, Mayberry, Shogun, salutes, man. Salutes to y'all. I know I'm getting bullied and pushed around. People want to get rid of Zach Wilson. Maybe there's some changes on the way. Maybe there is. All right. I'm not going to let y'all push me around. All right. I ain't no buster. We'll see what happens. All right. But Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. Everyone be safe out here. All right. Listen. Be safe. Okay. The world is getting crazy. World is getting crazy, man. World is getting crazy. Be safe out here. Make sure the people that you love the most are aware of that. Or let the people that you love the most know that you love them. It's extremely important in today's times. It's extremely important in today's times. Let the people that you love the most know that you love them. Sit down with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Eat some good food. All right? Watch some TV. Watch some, go outside, have a good time with them. Let the people that you love know that you love them the most. All right? It's extremely important. Extremely important. Rusty says, salutes. Let's go, Jets. Damn Connor McBummer. all good for him. JD will draft a center. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So I'll see y'all draft night. All right. Had a blast. I'll see y'all then. Y'all stay up and, get ready for the draft. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet.